Up in the air, down with it, touchdown, Dayton Howard. His first touchdown in college. And good job there by Mark Gronowski, the Iowa quarterback, to buy himself time and wait for somebody to come open. He wasn't open by much.
Yeah, you're thinking sneak there the whole time. The whole team did, and they decide they're going to pass it. And not enough pressure put on Gronowski. He has a bunch of time back there and just waiting for his guys. Defensive backs not sticky enough, and just find a way to get the ball up top to Howard. Is he able to pull that one down in the Iowa passing game, starting this one off? Obviously, Pete, we know nothing about football because that's not what we expected.
That is Kirk Ferentz to a T. The extra point try by Drew Stevens is good, and we've got a break in the action. Trojans will go on the attack, but they'll trail 7-0 as we go to break. 11:26 to go in the first quarter. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Football Media Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo
Touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
Hey everybody, it's Cappy. This is USC Iowa right now, and we'll be talking about all that went down in today's rock fight at the Coliseum, Monday at 7 a.m. on the all-new Sedano and Cap Morning Show on your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on!
Iowa takes the ball out of the locker room and scores 7 plays, 69 yards in about 3.5 minutes, and a short touchdown pass gives the Hawkeyes a 7-0 lead. Invite you to swing by Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals and $15 fireside favorites. Pick from 5 entrees and enjoy a personal-sized s'mores brownie sundae Monday through Friday. Find out more at lazydogrestaurants.com. Nothing today, of course, in the way of ocean views. Well, no magical sunsets anyway. Ocean views, yes. A luxury resort like no other. Discover Terranea, located along the stunning Palos Verdes Peninsula in Southern California. Book your getaway to Terranea at Terranea.com. Trojans put Tanuk Hines back as the deep man returning, and Josiah Zamora will be the short man at about the 5. Jaden Mayava starting at quarterback. Makai Lemon, Jacoby Lane, Tanuk Hines, the primary receivers. King Miller will be the running back. Lake McCree, Walker Lyons at tight end. Drew Stevens will kick off for Iowa. Moving left to right in the white and gold. Trojans in the home cardinal and gold. Elijah Page, Tobias Raymond, Killian O'Connor back as starting center. Alani Noah and Justin Taunu the front line. And the kickoff will go into the end zone for a touchback. Trojan fans celebrate every Trojan home win this season with a trip to AM/PM. Visit your local Southern California participating AM/PM store. Receive 1 free personal pizza, 1 20-ounce Coca-Cola with a win. Only valid through the AM/PM app and while supplies last. So here come the Trojans from the 25, trailing in the beginning of this ball game, 7-0. In a light rain here at the Coliseum so far. McCree to the right along with Tanuk Hines. One back is Miller, and Miller will get the carry and go up the middle for 4 if they give him that many. Only about 3.5 really to the 28. call it 2nd and 7. Trojans start off with a running play. Iowa starts off with a passing play. What's happening with the world?
Yeah, it looks like we obviously thought Iowa would come out here and pound the ball, but they moved the ball through the air on the first drive. We'll see how the Trojans decide to attack Iowa here.
2nd and 7. Miller to the right of Maiyava. 3 receivers to the right side, including Lemon Lane. Throw that way. Boom! Great read as Makai Lemon makes the catch at the 27, loses a yard, and Zach Lutmer, the nickelback, read that play well, his 50th tackle of the season.
Yeah, it just took a little bit while to get out there to Makai and to Nook Hines. Couldn't get to Lutmer, and that's what's going to spring in here, and no blocker for Lutmer, and Makai Lemon eats one right there.
Empty backfield with Lemon, Lane, and Hines, and McCree this way now. Jacoby goes over to the far side. Looking this way is Maiyava. He throws it over the middle through the hands of Lane at the 40-yard line and incomplete. Wongpa was defending on the play of the safety, and the Trojans go 3 and out, and this game has started poorly for the University of Southern California's football team.
Yeah, Jaden Maiyava made a nice read, and it's on Jacoby. It's a little bit behind him, but that's one that you're counting on Jacoby Lane making. Obviously, the rain is playing effect on that ball. We saw Jacoby Lane make some fantastic catches last week. You got to pull that one in if you're Jacoby Lane.
Sam Johnson will punt. Letcha, the great punt returner.
Here they come.
Averaging 24 yards a kick return this year. The punt will drop and bounce out of bounds, and it's not a good one. And Iowa will have lovely field position to start this second drive. Let's tell you where it is when they finally put the ball down. I think it's on the SC side of the 50-yard line. We'll take a break. Time out of the field. Try to regroup here. 10:09 remaining in the first quarter. Iowa leading. Get the ball back. 7-0 Hawkeyes on the USC Football Media Network.
Don't just cheer for the Trojans, experience the game like one. Introducing USC Game Day Experiences on Airbnb, where you'll step onto the field at the LA Coliseum and feel 70,000 fans erupt. Your game day includes a VIP tailgate, a behind-the-scenes tour, pregame field access for warm-ups, and field-level seats in the exclusive Audi Club for the game. Hosted by true Trojan insiders, this intimate access is available for upcoming home games. USC Game Day Experiences, now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day.
What does 268 horsepower sound like? You're hearing it right now. The all-new Audi A5. With breathtaking acceleration that commands attention. Precision crafted to bring the thrill to every turn. This is powerful performance. The all-new Audi A5.
In the summer of 1997, Stone IPA was first brewed. We weren't trying to create the next big thing in beer. We just wanted to make the first anniversary ale of our dreams. Crisp, light-bodied, and still packed with hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
It's Evan Cohen. This is USC Iowa right now. Be sure to begin your Monday with Unsportsmanlike with the Super Bowl champ Chris Canty, the marathon champ Michelle Smallman, and no champ, me, Evan Cohen. 3 to 7 a.m. on your home for the Trojans, ESPN LA.
Well, a 19-yard punt has given Iowa the ball on the SC 46-yard line, a short field. Northwestern had no short fields. Nebraska was 0 for 2 on short fields. As a matter of fact, the Trojans have only given up 1 touchdown in the last 6 games on short fields. But boy, they better bow it up now, down 7-0 early in the first quarter, and Iowa's got great field position to start here.
Yeah, they got all the energy and the momentum is on Iowa's side right now. Trojans got to find a play here as obviously they go 3 and out on offense and give up a scoring touchdown. Defense is going to have to pick them up here as they're on the other side of the field. Great opportunity here for Iowa. Trojans got to stand up.
Kobe Pepe and Jakeem Stewart in on the defensive line for the Trojans, who now watch Iowa come out of their huddle with a first down at the USC 46-yard line, already leading 7-0. Gronowski fakes the handoff, gonna throw again. This is their game plan. He steps up in the pocket, winds and throws long for the end zone. It is knocked away by Kamari Ramsey and or Bishop Fitzgerald. They were looking for Widgeon down at the goal line, and a little bit less luck and the Trojans would have been in trouble, and a little more luck and they would have had an interception. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looked like Kamari Ramsey had that one lined up, but also it looks like he got banged up on that play as he has to take a rep here as he goes to the sideline. So not a good sign for the Trojans there.
6 passing plays for Iowa already. And Gronowski is 4 for 6. 2nd and 10 from the Trojan 46 going in. Gronowski out of the shotgun. Hands off to Moulton. Looked like he wanted to take it back, and he only gets a 2-yard gain off the left side. Jade Abasiri, Lucas was there, also Jakeem Stewart. 3rd and 8. Boy, he held that ball, Gronowski, for a long time. Looked like he wanted to take it back.
Yeah, I don't think he had it all the way in there. That's why he kept running with him there. Didn't get it all the way in the breadbasket there, so Gronowski made sure it stayed in there, but sets up for a 3rd and 8. This is not something Iowa's good at, these kind of long 3rd downs, so advantage Trojans here. They got to capitalize on these kind of situations and get some heat on Gronowski.
3rd and 8. This is what the Trojan defense wants. Have some longer yardage situations on these 2nd and 3rds. Gronowski will pass again. Comes down this way, and it's incomplete. Trying to come across right behind the stick. Number 5, Jacob Gill. He caught the long 44-yarder to set him up for their first touchdown here. Incomplete and long, and it's now 4th and 8. And you would have to think they're going to punt this.
Yeah, got to be wary of a good special teams from Iowa. So always thinking about they're going to keep punt safe unit out there, keep the defense out there just in case any kind of trickery.
Well, after the Trojans went 3 and out, they're happy to kick the ball back to SC. Restacking 43 yards a kick. 13 Big Ten last year and a freshman All-American. He's from guess where? Australia. Kick, fair catch called for by Lemon, and he does that at the 13-yard line. And so the Trojans get a little bit of a new lease on life after a 19-yard punt. And let's go down to Jordan Moore on the Trojans sideline.
Well, Pete, first off, I know you had a question for me, which was who was number 10 and what was he doing out there on offense? And I have it as James Johnson as well. Now, he's a DB that they have moved to the offensive side of the ball recently, so don't know if he's a guy that has impressed in practice or they have a special play for him or something today, but we did see him out there on the 3rd and long. So I believe that is James Johnson. Sam Johnson and Sam Heward are both wearing 0 today. Of course, they both wore 80 last week, which was controversial on the internet, but in the end, USC pretty adamant and had some fun with it that they did not break any rules, and looks like they've gone with the same thing today. Johnson and Heward dressed in the same number, albeit they changed the number. One last thing I had for you guys is I was talking to Matt Barkley before the game on the field, and I asked him about the weather, and he said Jaden Mayava is a guy who likes to flick the ball in his throw, but Matt said in the rain it's best to stay with the ball a little bit longer, so he's curious to see if Mayava changes his throwing motion at all today because of the rain.
We're looking at the TV screen here. Jordan and Kamari Ramsey look like he's fairly well shaken up, Shaun.
Yeah. I was watching him on the sideline as well. They were working on him, and he was just sort of hopping around trying to walk something off.
By the way, in relation to the punter number, and you'd have to really have an eagle eye, they had listed number 80 on the flip card here in the press box and on the roster that they exchanged with teams for the last 3 weeks. So if you were paying attention, you knew that something was up. I'd know. If a quarterback and punter had the same number, I'd be thinking, something's up here, something's going on. So nobody checked, and we knew, but nobody else knew.
And number gate continues.
Let's take a 10-second station identification for all of our network affiliates on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
Cleared up a little bit here. The lights are on and have not taken full effect, but they're not hurting any. It was very cloudy. Couldn't even see the hills with the Hollywood sign and the observatory over there. But that's cleared up enough where we can see that. and it doesn't feel real cold, and it's not real windy. It's a little bit drizzly out there, but not as bad as it was last night or this morning, for instance. So it's only had a little bit to do with the game, perhaps. Iowa comes out flinging. The Trojans don't and have to punt, going 3 and out on their first possession, and here is possession number 2. From their own 13-yard line. First possession started at the 25. Maeva claps his hands together, throws behind a pick. This is Jacoby Lane, 15, and run out of bounds near the 17, maybe the 18-yard line. So he'll pick up a quick 5 there. Pushed out of bounds by Lutmer. He's from Rock Roads, Iowa, where he was a quarterback in high school. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I think Iowa really missed the opportunity trying to take a shot at the Trojans on offense and end up coming up with nothing. So good job for the defense, but this is a big roll of dice for the Trojans here.
Lyons comes in short motion this way and will block for King Miller. Gets a nice block and works his way powerfully across the 20 out to the 24-yard line, picks up 6, and that's a USC first down, brought to you by Hyundai. The Hyundai Getaway Sales event going on now. Get deals so right it almost feels wrong. Don't miss out. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
Yeah, good patient running there by King Miller, and he gets behind his pads and able to lean down for that first down.
Miller, deceptively strong. We know he's fast when he gets out in the open. Look at his strength as he runs. Fake to Miller, rolling right, pumping. Maeva throws on the run underneath. Jacoby Lane, 30, maybe the 31-yard line. They give him even the 32, a pickup of almost 7 before he's pushed out of bounds by one of the few Southern Californians Central Californians on the Iowa team from San Joaquin Memorial up Fresno way, TJ Hall, their cornerback.
Yeah, I think Jacoby Lane is going without gloves. I thought the first series he had gloves on, he had that drop, so you see him take the gloves off and maybe get a better grip on that football.
Gain of a full 8, 2nd and 2 at the 32 going out. And a fake to Miller and a throw underneath. Nice block behind Makai Lemon by Jacoby Lane, and that allows Lemon to get a few more yards, just enough for a first down to the 36-yard line. Strike up the band with Fight On. First and 10. 4 tackles for Lutmer. A fine nickelback for the Iowa Hawkeyes. First and 10 at the 36. Double tight end. They both split out to the right side. McCree and Lyons way up to the Trojan sideline to the far side from where we are at the press box. And Maeva wants to throw, but he will be sacked. And that doesn't happen all that often, but it did this time back at the 30-yard line. That was Graves getting in on him. Aaron Graves, left tackle, 5th sack of the season, 18th by Iowa. And for the Trojans, only the 11th sack given up this year. That's pretty good.
Yeah, inside, just too much pressure given up right there. 95, Aaron Graves is their push guy. He's working on Alani Noah, just able to get that inside move and create too much pressure up the middle for Jedi Maeva.
Going to get a sack. First down's the one to get it on because it gives you 2 more chances to pick up the yardage back. But this is the 2nd now and 17 back near the 29-yard line. Maeva drops the pass, rushes on, pocket holds up. Flip pass right side to Nook Hines, trying to do a dance on the sideline but can't. Only gets 4 yards back, bringing up an important 3rd and 12 for USC. Most of this stuff so far, though, little dinks and ducks. Nothing down the middle and nothing up the field.
Yeah, just kind of poking and prodding, seeing where they can attack this Iowa defense. Such a good, disciplined defense. It's hard to find spaces and where you want to attack them.
3rd down call. Maeva with an empty backfield. This time throws over the middle. Diving catch is made. Short of a first down at the 45-yard line by Makai Lemon on his belly as he catches it. And a 4th and 1. Well, if Wayman Jordan is healthy, this is where he's coming in.
Yeah, let's see him coming in yet. Bringing in another lineman here.
Yep, big lineman on the right side. And so the Trojans will go for it on 4th down. Very good 4th down team. 12 of 17, 3rd in the conference, 10th in the country. Trojans substitute late, so Iowa can as well. Now they mark the ball ready for play on 4th and 1 from their own 45. Give it up here. You're giving Iowa a 2nd straight short field. Not sure you're going to do this. Up under center goes Maeva. They are, though. Handoff. Miller, right side. Waiting for him and bringing him down. Short of the first down. Carson Sherrar makes the important tackle, and the Hawkeyes get the ball back at the Trojan 45. How do you do? Timeout on the field. It's been all Iowa today so far. It's early yet. 4:59 to go in the first quarter. Hawkeyes 7, Trojans nothing. Up to the Trojan defense again. when we come back after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling, while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. What's the advantage? With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast, but you also get the best person for your job. It's a win-win. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Recruiting a team or looking for fresh talent, ZipRecruiter covers the field with their powerful technology and immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even line up. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It's Michelle Smallman, USC Iowa right now. Be sure to start your Monday morning with Unsportsmanlike. Chris Canty, Evan Cohen, and me, 3 to 7 a.m., leading into the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on your home of the Trojans, ESPN LA.
Well, Iowa's had the ball twice. They scored easy on their first possession, throwing the ball. Second possession, Trojans forced them to kick after SC gave them a short field on a lousy punt. And now the Trojans move it away from their own 13 out to the 45. Go for it on 4th and 1. Don't get it. And so here come the Hawkeyes. 1st and 10 with another short field at the SC 45-yard line. Trojans first quarter. They can't wait to get out of this. Get on to some other part of the game, apparently. Gronowski with Moulton behind him. And the first down play, looking into the torch end of the Coliseum. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage with hand signals. Not a big crowd here, but making some noise. Handoff to Moulton off the left side. Met at the line. Manages to scamper hand and foot all the way to the 41. A pickup of 4 and a 2nd and 6 quickly down to Jordan Moore.
You got some time with me here because Keyshawn Silver is down for USC. So that's certainly not a guy you want to lose today. You need those big bodies up front to help plug the gaps against this run. But you had asked for a constant weather update, rain update, because it's hard to tell from up there in the press box. Yep. So if it was about a 5 at kickoff, I would say it's about a 2 or 3 now. It has definitely lessened. You mentioned that your visibility was a little bit better up there. It has definitely lessened. It is not raining hard down here, and I think Iowa's done a nice job breaking tendency and coming out throwing the football, and Gronowski seems to be fine with it. I think from the USC side, first down is just, you can't go backwards on first down against this Iowa defense because they don't give up the explosives. We saw it last week with Northwestern. The way to beat a defense like this is to slowly, methodically pick them apart. But when you're in 2nd and 16, you lose that ability to do so. So Keyshawn Silver here laying on his back, being attended to, but now sitting up. So good sign there, hopefully, for the big fellow.
Yeah, they're not playing with any particular part of his body or pointing to anything. He was down in a 7-point stance. That's head, hands, knees, and feet for a while. Then he flipped over, laid down, as you mentioned. And now they are gingerly helping him up to a standing position, and he is walking off the field. Looks like he's holding his left arm in a crook. So that's probably the part that's hurt.
Yeah, he's got a big elbow brace on, so maybe some prior injury there. But he did a good job of penetration right there. That's definitely not a guy you want to lose, especially in a big run game, because that's Keyshawn Silver. That's his specialty, is holding down in that run.
So a gain of 4 on that last play. 2nd and 6 for Iowa at the Trojan 41. Latter stages of the first, but still 4:27 remaining in it. And Iowa leads 7-0 and has had the better of things the whole game through so far. Tight end motion, zip zap. Moulton gets away, gets the first down, finally brought down by Christian Pierce. But a first down at the at the Trojan 33-yard line. Trojan fans, fuel your wellness journey with Cookies. Proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. Discover products crafted to support a balanced lifestyle. Elevate your game day experience with Cookies today and fight up. One thing Iowa does, and we've talked about that, is milk the clock. They huddle, and they huddle long and proudly every play.
Yeah, and then they're the team they want to get up and kind of sit on it here. If they can get a 2-score advantage, which you saw them take a shot, they want to sit on that lead.
Out of the I formation with a tight end, Ortworth. And the handoff in the I. And working the ball inside the 30 to the 29-yard line is Jazz Patterson, listed as their 4th running back, but they use them all. 5'10" junior from Pompano Beach. Fitzgerald and Pierce the tackle. Well, they got 4 on the first down last time. They get 4 on the first down this time. 2nd and 6 again.
Yeah, you're just going to see a lot of zone run plays from Iowa. Just kind of zone left, zone right, waiting for that cutback lane there. Cam Crawford doesn't get down the line fast enough. That's why you see 4 yards. That's staying on schedule to them. They'll take those 4-yard pickups all day to pick up those first downs.
Patterson stays in as the feature back for the white-clad Hawkeyes. Black numbers, black stripe down the gold pants, black helmets with a gold stripe down the middle there. Ortworth in motion, the tight end. Throw behind the pick. Complete to Wickton, and he will get hit so hard his helmet flies off. Thought it was the ball for a second. Maybe that's wishful thinking. Gains a couple of yards. Well, no, actually it'll be no gain on the play. And he got hit hard by Cameron Crawford. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, good job with Cameron Crawford just getting out to the pile right there and getting a good lick on Wiegen as he eludes Bishop Fitzgerald, and number 1 gets a big hack on him, and it sets up another 3rd and longer for Iowa.
Alex Graham in as the nickelback for the Trojans on this play. Double receivers, now trips to this near side, including tight end Von Am. Xavier Williams is the one back, but on 3rd and 6, Gronowski will throw up the sideline. Incomplete, but a flag. Yeah, he never turned around. DeCarlos Nicholson was face guarding all the way, never turned around, and he's going to get, every time you're going to get the flag there. I was waiting for it, and the referee couldn't find it in his belt.
Defense number 17. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Easy call.
Yeah, anytime you have to go through the DB, the wide receiver all he has to do is go back into the defensive back, and they're going to call that because you're not giving him an opportunity right there to go get the ball, just kind of limiting his ability. Obviously, he's in good stance there. Just got to find a way to find that ball and make it look like you're trying to cover the guy and not just up in his grill, because the receiver just taught to go through the DB, and he's going to draw that flag.
Last time Iowa was here, that would have been a first down at the 9-yard line, but now it's a 15-yard penalty instead of a spot foul. Still at the 14, maybe even the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for Iowa, leading 7-0 already. And it'll be Gronowski to carry down to the 10 and pushed backwards by Nicholson and company. Eric Gentry in on the tackle as well. Gain of, well, it's like 4, so 2nd down and 6 again for the Hawkeyes. Under 2 to play in the first. Iowa has dominated this football game.
We talked about that little pyramid of linebackers. They're using that pyramid of linebackers. 2 guys in there with Jaden Walker and Desmond Stevens, and then behind them, Eric Gentry in that little pyramid shape to, I think he's in there for the run. As those waves of blockers come, Eric Gentry can kind of be free to make that play.
If this was the 4th quarter, I'd say the Trojans need a big break. Down 7-0, and Iowa knocking on the door again. Why not needing a big break here? Gronowski looking for the end zone, wants to throw. Underneath he does. That's complete. Down to about the 8-yard line. That's complete to Moulton, his 13th catch of the year. He'll pick up a couple of precious yards, bringing up a 3rd and a long 4, a short 5 for Iowa. And the Hawkeyes bring in some new personnel. The Trojans change up as well into the game. Jakeem Stewart trying to get to the big quarterback, trying to make him throw earlier than he wants to. Out of the game comes Williams. In comes Jazz Patterson. Difficult call to imagine here on 3rd down and almost 5. They need to get just inside the 4 to the Hawkeyes on this play. Motion for Von Am, the tight end. It'll be a handoff straight up the middle and a first down and down to the 1-yard line. Nothing fancy about that, just getting your line pushed around enough for Jazz Patterson to get through, and the tackle made by your cornerback Nicholson. It is 1st and goal. Iowa has 4 chances to go up by 2 touchdowns And the upset alert is being sounded.
Yeah, just some power football right there as a double team's able to knock guys into the backfield, into those linebackers' laps. Not a good job enough in the run game, and Iowa just playing Iowa football. They're out deciding, hey, we're going to out physical the Trojans here on 3rd and 5, and they're able to march down and get that first down, setting up setting up Iowa on the 2-yard line here.
Right now, they are the better team after 1 quarter. The score: Iowa 7, USC nothing. Back with the 2nd quarter after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network.
LA DWP customers, get rebates up to $4,000 when you buy a used electric or hybrid vehicle. Installing an EV charger at your home? Get a rebate for that too, up to $1,500. Visit ladwp.com/EV today and start saving. That's ladwp.com/EV. ladwp.com/EV. Some drinks come in a bottle, some in a can. Only one comes in a ball and brings the buzz. We're Buzz Balls, the ready-to-go cocktail that's shaped like a ball. Coincidence? We think not. Big flavor, big buzz, ready to go. Buzz Balls. It's a ball. It's a drink. It's a whole vibe. Please drink responsibly. Buzz Balls available in spirit, wine, and malt. 15% alcohol by volume. Buzz Balls LLC, Carrollton, Texas.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
All right, everyone. Welcome to ARCO Rewards Orientation. I'm Hannah.
Whoa. Is everything okay?
That's a code green. Someone just earned at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards.
Wow. Another one?
Well, that one's a code gold. The customer just redeemed savings of up to $1 a gallon.
Impressive. What does that one mean?
Oh, that's just Piggy. He gets excited when we talk about rewards.
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
On your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
Welcome back to Trojan Football. 2nd quarter presented by Southern California's own Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics and craft beer pioneer since 1996. Passing yard stats presented by Airbnb. USC Game Day Experience is now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day. Total plays 17-11, but total yards 100 to 34. And the passing yards, that's shocking. 65-32 Iowa. Do you have that on your bingo card? I don't think so.
Yeah, 2 plays for me that kind of signify this game. But this is a big one here for the Trojans. It's at the 2-yard line. Got to try to keep them out here.
1st and goal at the 2 to start the 2nd quarter with Iowa leading 7-0 here at the Coliseum. Gronowski will run it, and he is close. Iowa says he's in. No official word from the head linesman, who runs down the line, stares down into the pile. I think they're going to call this a touchdown. No. Short by a foot. Gronowski looking for his not only 13th rushing touchdown of the year, but to become and continue his run as the only quarterback this year to get a rushing touchdown in every game in the country. Gronowski on 2nd and goal from the 1-foot line. Up under center. Will get a push from behind by his tight end. Trojans try to push him back but can't. Sure looks like he's in. No call yet. Iowa celebrates a touchdown for the Hawkeyes. Touchdown number 13 on the ground for the big kid, Mark Gronowski.
Yeah, I think the telling play on that drive with Pete was the 3rd and 5. You know, they line up and just run power right at the Trojans, and the Trojans had no answer there. And obviously after that, just kind of mush them into the end zone. And the telling plays, I think the other telling play in this game is 4th and 1. Trojans can't pick it up as they get under center trying to run it out of Iowa. So right now, Iowa just kind of, obviously they came out throwing the ball and moved it and scored that first touchdown. But now I think they're kicked back into physical mode. Let's try to pound this team and wear them out up front.
Costly PI on that drive as well. Stevens for the extra point. Snap is back, kick is away, and it's good. We've got a break in the action early, second quarter. No break here? All right, we'll keep it here. In that case, with just over 14 minutes to play in the half, Iowa goes 9 plays, 45 yards in 5:51. The 1-yard touchdown run makes it 14-0 in front of a quiet, rain-soaked crowd here at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. Top 25 college football playoff report brought to you by Modelo, fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Other teams on the SC schedule, UTEP and Missouri State getting underway about 45 minutes ago. Missouri State already bowl eligible. At 3 o'clock, Coastal Carolina and Georgia Southern, which needs to win 2 of its last 3 games to get bowl eligible. 9th ranked Notre Dame won at 22nd ranked Pittsburgh 37-15. In the Big Ten, number 8 Oregon over Minnesota last night 42-13. Today, Indiana ranked 2nd beat Wisconsin 31-7 after a slow start. 18th ranked Michigan wins but barely at Northwestern 24-22. First quarter, Penn State, Michigan State 7-7, Maryland 3, Illinois 0. Later, Purdue, Washington, UCLA at Ohio State. We'll check the rest of the top 25 after the kickoff. And a visit with Jordan, the kick. We'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Jordan Moore.
Well, this is now a trend, guys. 3 straight weeks that the USC defense has started slowly. It was a rough start against Nebraska in that game. Last week against Northwestern, back-to-back touchdown drives given up to start the game, and now 2 out of 3 touchdowns allowed, 2 touchdowns allowed in 3 drives to start this one. Lincoln Riley talked about it. He admitted to it when Shaun asked him about it on Trojans Live, that this team needs to start a little faster, but then they seem to get comfortable defensively. They're going to need to do that because you do not want Iowa to get away from you.
Better wake up, and a better wake up right now. Down 14-0 early second quarter. Pete Arbogast, Shaun, Cody, and Jordan Moore here. Berta Water, a spotter statistician, sitting to my left. King Miller gets the handoff and gets tripped up after a short gain out to the 28-yard line. Pickup of 3 before Nwangpa make the tackle from free safety. NWANKPA. Whistles and an injured player. Another Trojan. Page is down. Well, they lost him early in the season for a long period of time, and here he is down again after returning to action a week ago. Gives me a chance to catch up on some other scores. Want a break?
He's up.
All right. Is he up? Yeah, let's stay here. We'll have more. Number 3 Texas A&M came from behind to beat South Carolina 31-30. Clemson last night over number 20 Louisville 20-19. Navy upset number 24 South Florida 41-38. South Florida was supposed to be maybe the 12th seed in the playoffs. That's still up for grabs. Arizona wins at number 25 Cincinnati 30-24. Arizona State has just taken the lead at home over West Virginia 25-23 with a minute to go in their game in Tempe, in a game in Tempe that started at 10 in the morning. TV. Texas Tech ranked 6th, leading Central Florida 21-0 in the early second quarter. Kansas State beats Oklahoma State 14-6. Number 19 Virginia leading Duke 7-0. 15th ranked Miami of Florida out in front of North Carolina State 10-0 after 1. 11th ranked Oklahoma leading number 4 Alabama in Tuscaloosa 10-0 in the early second quarter. Some of the scores for you so far today. SCIAC today, the championship game. Cal Lutheran and Chapman just underway. Also Rand's Pomona Pitzer and Redlands, Laverne and Claremont Mudd Scripps just getting underway. 17th ranked women's volleyball is an 8-game winning streak after beating Rutgers last night. They will host number 1 Nebraska. That's sold out Galen tomorrow at noon. Nebraska had their, I think it was 48 set winning streak broken by UCLA last night, so there's hope. 9th ranked women's basketball plays number 2 South Carolina at Crypto tonight, is it? At 6 o'clock on Fox Live. Number 1 men's water polo hosting number 2 UCLA today, and then the MPSFs are at Stanford next week, and the NCAA is also at Stanford the first week of December. Keep you up to date on some of those scores. We have an early game, hallelujah, 12:30 in the afternoon. All right, after the break, because of the injury to Page, we'll keep an eye on the Trojan offensive line. And it is Tobias Raymond who moves over to that familiar tackle spot. And Kalon Miller is in at guard. On 2nd and 7 for the Trojans. The fake. And Mayava rolls and throws on the run to the sideline. If that's a catch, it's a heck of a catch by Tanook Hines. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, the big matchup going into this one, Pete. Let's see how this high-powered offense of USC can go against Iowa. And right now, Iowa is showing you why they are a good defense. Just tackling, covering everything up on the field right now. So far, the Trojans have not found a weakness yet in this defense to exploit.
Brian Jackson was in for a play. Now he's out. Empty backfield. 3 receivers, 4 receivers to the near side. Hines the nearest to us. Then interiorly, it's Lemon and McCree. And moving over to the far side, the aforementioned number 10, James Johnson, with Jacoby Lane. 5 on the play clock and a big 3rd and 7, down 14-0. And a throw over the middle, incomplete. Boy, the Trojans just don't look good, and Iowa does. Oh, a flag on the play. Where? Holding maybe at the 40-yard line, where the ball was not caught by Jacoby Lane.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 8, 10-yard penalty.
Well, boy,
First
that's
down.
a break, huh? Shaun, the right cornerback, got caught with a hold, and the Trojans get a first down. By hook or crook, I'll take it.
Yeah, Trojans need everything they can get right now, and they call that penalty right there on Jacoby Lane's guys. He's kind of coming out of the break to go over the middle, and they call that flag on Deshaun Lee as he's breaking towards the middle and just pulls his jersey a little bit.
So another USC Hyundai first down. This one at the 38-yard line. Still a long way from getting a touchdown that would just cut this lead in half, but Trojans not looking smooth at all. Handoff, and here goes King Miller, who gets a nice gain out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Good lead blocking out there. Tobias Raymond among others, along with Walker Lyons. A gain of 8, 2nd down and 2. Might have been the best play the Trojans have had today.
Yeah, good first down play. They're attacking the edge right there of the defense, trying to get out to the outside, use some of that speed.
Not like Iowa's chump changer, 6-3, and they're ranked 21st in the country. Trojans are ranked 17th. Favored by about a touchdown. It'll be Miller again. He tries to waddle his way into the line, but there's nothing there. He gets a yard. And a yard is a yard. Instead of 2nd and 2, it's 3rd and 1. Trojans went for it on 4th down out near midfield and didn't get it. Cost them.
Yeah, I think they might find success a little more on that outside today. As you saw that first play hit to the outside, getting on the outside, using that speed. Tough to run downhill, really, on this Iowa defense.
3rd and 1 at the 47. Tight end strong right in McCree. Jackson is in, the running back. Lemon comes in towards the line in the handoff to Jackson. No, it'll be Mayava to keep for the first down and keep running to the 40 and the 35. Puts his head down and dives forward to the 33-yard line. If Jaden Mayava runs, good things happen.
Yeah, this is just another weapon on this offense. Another thing for Iowa's defense to look at. They can't just crunch down on that running game. They got to keep an eye on Jaden. And if they're a step slow on that, they're going to be a step slow in the run game.
Trojans back to the line of scrimmage quickly on a first down now at the Iowa 33. Clearly their deepest penetration of the day. James Johnson, splits wide to the near side along with Tanook Hines. And McCree, Lemon Lane to the far side, looking that way. Mayava has to unload it, and he hits a lineman or a linebacker in the big mid. He put his hand up there to Sherrar, who's made a couple of big plays. 2nd and 10. Coors Light, a proud partner of USC Athletics. Choose chill with a Coors Light today.
Yeah, that pocket was collapsing pretty quick right there as, the Trojans lose a lineman, lose Elijah Page, and have to play the shuffle up front a little bit. So it's going to be important to try to give Jaden Mayava just a little bit of time as that pocket collapsed pretty quick.
Yeah, didn't have a lot of time there. Had to get rid of it. Mayava doing anything numbers-wise? Not particularly, no. 6 out of 9. Running this way, that's Miller. The crowd loves him. Gets inside the 30 to the 28. And stays on his feet and keeps moving. Did he fall over an Iowa body and then keep going? I think that's what they're going to rule. He doesn't get much more yardage out of it, but to the 28-yard line he goes, and that's a gain of 5. It probably was a gain of 4 otherwise.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't get knocked on his butt. Kind of sat on a defender there, and rightly so. No whistle blows, and he kept going.
Aaron Graves was the man to become a rocking chair there. Empty backfield. On 3rd and about 4.5 for Mayava. The rush is on. He dumps it underneath, complete to Lyons. He'll get the first down and more to the 20, and down to around the 19-yard line. That'll be another Hyundai first down. The Hyundai Getaway Sales event going on now. Get a deal so right it almost feels wrong. Don't miss out visiting a SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Trojans in the Helium Mobile Red Zone. Time for them to break free.
That's what the Trojans are going to have to do. They're going to have to execute on offense, Pete. There's not going to be a lot of explosive plays. They're going to make you kind of drive down with these short plays and get you, but you got to execute, and that's what the Trojans have done so far in this drive.
1st and 10 inside the 20. Mayava buys time by rolling right. They got a hand on him, but he throws towards the end zone. That's complete. And a nice catch in traffic by Jacoby Lane down near the 5-yard line. 2 Iowa defenders around him, Hall and Naponka, but he caught it, and a well-placed pass, really expert by Jaden Mayava. And a 1st and goal for the Trojans at the 4-yard line. How do you do?
Yeah, Jaden throwing it up to his guy, Jacoby. We mentioned Jacoby earlier, had that drop with the gloves on, takes the gloves off, and uses his hands right there to go up and get that one.
1st and goal at the 4. Lyons in the backfield as a blocking fullback. The offset eye. Mayava. Shovel pass to Lyons down to the 2, maybe the 1-yard line. About the 1.5. We'll shovel. Fake the inside handoff to King Miller. Lyons helped up now by Alani Noah with his long flowing hair coming out the back of his helmet. And it'll be 2nd and goal there. Noah wears the uniform made famous by Jacob Rogers and Ron Harry and Pete Adams. We mentioned him in that big Notre Dame game in 1970, recovering a fumble in the end zone for a touchdown. Mayava goes in motion, makes Brian Jackson, the Wildcat back, takes the snap, gets a block, runs up the middle into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Brian Jackson, and a touchdown USC. His 3rd of the year, and the Trojans have cut the lead in half. Nice drive. Much needed drive.
Yeah, huge response by the Trojan offense. Looking like they couldn't figure anything out on the first 2 series. Obviously the turnover on downs on 4th down, a big drop early to stop that. But then this drive, execute really well. It wasn't really a big play that going on. Jaden had a nice run. Jacoby with a nice catch, but executing on offense, doing what Lincoln Riley wants. Kind of breaking that ball down the field slowly and end with a wildcat play. Good blocking on that play to spring Brian Jackson.
Sayeri with the extra point. 0. Johnson will take the snap from Hank Pepper. The kick is good. Then we'll take a break. 9:15 to go in the half. SC back in the game. Now let's see him play a little defense. Trojans trail Iowa 14-7, 2nd quarter action. We return after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I'll tell you what, game days are always better with mountain cold refreshment in your hand. That's why Trojan fans choose chill with icy cold Coors Light. Next time you're at the Coliseum, check out the brand new Coors Light USC mural by Gate 19. Grab an icy cold Coors Light and a pic for all your socials, and you, my friend, are ready to chill. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing every time, and perfect for game day. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC.
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
Officer? Could I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, it's Mace. It's USC Iowa right now. Don't miss the biggest show on the radio Monday at noon. Me, Ireland, all over the game, plus Rams and Lakers and more. Mason, Ireland, Monday on the home of USC football. ESPN LA, fight on.
Nice 5-minute drive for the Trojans to answer finally. The 1-yard touchdown run makes it 14-7 Iowa. We've still got a little under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Trojan fans, if you plan on drinking today, have a go safely game plan. Be careful. The roads are slick out there. It's crazy. Choose a sober way to go. Don't drink and drive. Go safely, California. Visit GoSafelyCA.org for more information from the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Down on the field, better, Jordan, better.
Yeah, certainly feeling a little bit better. Now the defense needs to settle in, and they should have Keyshawn Silver available. He was walking around on the bench with no jersey and no pads on, so maybe an equipment change for him. Elijah Page still being looked at. The value, I guess, of Tobias Raymond showing again. The moment Page went down, he looked over to Zach Hansen, the offensive line coach. He made an L with his finger, as in, I'm going to left tackle. Keelan Miller comes in, and they just keep it moving on that drive. USC really, it feels like, has 8 starting offensive linemen right now. As long as everyone's healthy, they have a good enough 5 to make it work.
The handsome and well-spoken Raymond with a new mustache this past couple of weeks. Kickoff into the end zone frustrates Iowa's outstanding return game, and the Hawkeyes will start at the 25. You want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans? Be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches presented by Smart and Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to usctrojans.com/3 Torches to sign up. All right. First down at the 25, 14-7 the score. Got the crowd a little bit more excited, more back in the game. They're not going to be jumping up and down very much unless it's really going, but they're making noise with their faces right now.
And we saw the offense respond, Pete. We need this defense to start showing up in this game.
Jazz Patterson in the pistol behind Gronkowski. Not Gronkowski, but Gronkowski. And the big quarterback takes the snap, hands it off to the aforementioned Patterson. Hit at the line and dropped after a short gain by Jaden Walker. First time we called his name today. They'll give him a yard to the 26. That's what the Trojans, one of our keys to the game. Stop them on first down, make them go long on second and third. This is a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, we thought, how would the defense hold up against this Iowa offense? Stop maybe 4 or 5 down linemen. We've seen 3 linebackers in there in that little pyramid scheme trying to stop that run game.
Splits to the far side, 1 this near side. That's 15, Reese Vanderzee. It'll be Gronkowski to keep, and he just kind of waddles his way forward to the 30. Faked a handoff, and then not a lot of room there, but he just kind of slow walked it, marched it up to the 30-yard line, making it 3rd and 5. Gentry with the tackle is 3rd. And this a chance for the Trojans to get off the field on a rare 3 and out. They run here, they throw here. They sure came out flinging the ball all over the field. Xavier Williams back in. They use all 4 of their starting running backs. They've even got a 5th at TJ Washington that they use sometimes. This is Williams off to the left side of Gronkowski on 3rd and 5. See what the Trojan secondary can dial up. Gronkowski back to pass, rushes on. Throw right side, nobody guarding number 81, the tight end. He'll go to the 50, 40, Trojan 38-yard line. Nobody was on him. DJ Von Am was all alone. Easy first down, long pass. Actually a short pass, but a long run.
Yeah, just some broken coverage right there. It looked like Desmond Stevens just kind of lost his eyes on the tight end as he goes out there, takes off, and he zones up, and tight end keeps going out there to the out, and no one's there, no one's home. Big play for Iowa, and a bad busted coverage for the Trojans.
Jaden Walker, Floyd Picard in, and Walker exhorting his defensive teammates to get together. Let's go. 14-7, the Trojans in danger of falling behind by those 2 touchdowns again. There's motion on the offensive line. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against Iowa.
False start. Offense,
32 yards on that pass play. Gronkowski's
5-yard penalty.
He's not a terrible passer. I said 64%. Doesn't throw that often. But he has over 1,100 yards coming into this game, and 7 for 10 for 97 and a touchdown. That's fine.
Really just don't ask him to do a lot. This is the most I think he's ever thrown all year. So he's coming out. They had a game plan to fling it a little bit against the Trojans, and it's been successful.
And in the rain.
Yeah.
Well, they got a little teaser course in that last year. Kennedy Urlacher is in for the Trojans in the secondary as a safety. Maury Ramsey banged up, and we'll hope it's not for long. Handoff right side and a big gashing run. 35, 30 down to the 26-yard line. And the Hawkeyes on the line, much like happened against Notre Dame, are pushing the Trojans around up front. And that is the difference in the game right now for the Hawkeyes. They're protecting their quarterback in the pass game, and they're bulldozing their way down the field in the run game. This to the 27-yard line and an easy first down for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, when you see their center, Logan Jones and Cade Pepper, down the field 15 yards with one of their defensive tackles, that's a bad sign for the Trojans. Got to sit down in these physical. This is the super, maybe one of the best offensive linemen in college football. You can't let you wear them out like that.
Total offense 155.99. Another big hole right side. 25-20 down to the 16-yard line. Nice cutback that time by Kamari Moulton. Walker finally chases him down along with DeCarlos Nicholson. Another first down. They're getting big chunks, gashing the Trojans, and ready to go back up by those 2 touchdowns again, leading 14-7. Here with 5:38 remaining in the second quarter. Another handoff. Why not? Same play. Doesn't get as many. Gets 3 to the 13-yard line. Crawford with the tackle of Moulton. He had over 500 yards coming in. All they can hope now is to stop him for 3, and they didn't do that the first couple of times they were down there.
I think the Trojans thought, we'll load up this thing early and try to stop this Iowa offense early, and Iowa goes against it, throws a pass now. Hey, this game's settled in. Trojans a little worn down. Hey, we're going to run the ball at this defense and see how well they can hold up in this run game.
How's Iowa fumbling the ball? Never. 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles lost all year, 5 interceptions. Handoff, Patterson bounces off, gets away. He's at the 10, down to the 8. Went into the pile, bounced it off to the right side. Urlacher with the tackle down to the 9-yard line. 3rd and 3 from the 9. Lucky that wasn't a touchdown. Urlacher reached his hand out and tripped him up.
Yeah, just poor tackling right there. It looked like they could have had a chance to get down the running back early on that play. The 2 guys at him, 3 bodies on him, and no one wraps him up, and Patterson's able to bust it outside.
Disappointing day for the Trojans defensively so far. Let's see if they can get a stop here and force the Hawkeyes to kick one. They have an expert kicker for sure. This is a 3rd and 3. Patterson, the 1-back. Tight end strong right, but he comes in motion this way. Zip-zaps back the other way. It'll be Gronowski to run it, and they won't bring him down until he gets to the 5-yard line. First down Iowa, 1st and goal at the 5. It just looks like they're helpless to stop them right now.
Well, and you're down Kamari Ramsey as well, so you're one of your leaders right there. Number 7 is out in the game, and you can definitely tell that they're having trouble on the back end, getting guys lined up, getting in the right spot, because also up front, getting beat up front. So it's on both ends right now, the pass game and the run game. Iowa, an offense that really hasn't put up a ton of numbers, is really wearing this Trojan defense out.
I have one bit of good news for you. The Trojans will get the ball to end the half. They'll get the ball to start the half. So, if Gronowski on 1st and goal from the 5. Weitjen in motion. Handoff to end around the other way. Throw back to Gronowski. Touchdown. Oh, they're pulling out all the stops here today. A handoff, a reverse, and a throw, and the quarterback catches it. And it's going to be 21-7 with just over 3 minutes to play in the half.
Yeah, that's the second Philly special the Trojans have had thrown on this year. This is the reverse to the throw. That's the old Philly special right there, getting the ball back to the quarterback. It just looks like one team right now is, especially on this side of the ball, their offense versus our defense. One team has come excited, they're fired up to go, and one team that looks like they're just accepting the blows right now.
Let's go Hawks is the only chant you can hear here in this building from the 1,000 or so Iowa faithful. Stevens with the extra point. Wake the town and tell the people. 3:24 to go in the half. Iowa 21, USC 7 on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network.
In the summer of 1997, Stone IPA was first brewed. We weren't trying to create the next big thing in beer. We just wanted to make the first anniversary ale of our dreams. Crisp, light-bodied, and still packed with hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty.
Wait, what?
Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. It's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need, your child's. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles. 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
It's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, USC, Iowa, right now. Monday morning, be sure to start your day with me, Evan, in Smallman, Unsportsmanlike, 3A to 7A on your home for Trojans football, ESPN LA.
Oh, you get a score and you get back within 7, and then a 75-yard drive the other way in 6 minutes, and a pass by a wide receiver to a quarterback to make it 21-7. Let's go down to Jordan Moore.
Yeah, it's a little bit from bad to worse down here, guys. It's reminding me a lot of the Illinois game where the Trojans started playing some guys without Kamari Ramsey in there that just did not have a lot of experience, and to be honest, we didn't even really recognize. And now this has gotten even worse because I'm watching Bishop Fitzgerald walk up the tunnel, and he's calling it early here for the half. So hopefully just trying to get in the half early. For something there for Bishop, but USC really thin in the secondary right now without Ramsey, without Fitzgerald, and starting to play Kadarius Reddick again, Raylan Conley again. A lot of these guys that just have not been playing the last few weeks as USC's tightened things up.
Kickoff touchback, 25-yard line for the Trojans. And with 3:24 left in the half, definitely a need here, Shaun. A need to score.
Yeah, this offense is going to have to be effective. They're going to have to be efficient, execute, because right now the defense is searching for answers against Iowa's offense. So they're going to need to find a way to execute and score with 3 minutes left here, and hopefully get the ball at halftime and find a way, because the defense right now is searching.
Page is not back in there. So the Trojans moving back to a line that they have had. Faking the end around to Jacoby Lane, and Mayava will throw short and complete to Lake McCree across the 30 and out to the 33-yard line, a gain of 8. Hadn't tried to go very long. Most of his passes have been of the shorter range today so far for Jaden Mayava.
Yeah, these are good guys. This secondary is probably one of the most talented secondaries we've gone against, and they're gonna really do a good job of eliminating you on the end.
Miller on the handoff, first down to the 40, drags some Iowa tacklers out to the 50-yard line. He is stronger than he looks, I'll tell you what. And it'll be a first down, Trojans on the move at midfield.
Yeah, this is a good tackling team, too. And for King Miller to run through some tackles like he did right there, that's showing a lot, because 30 can get this place going.
Don't want to score too early. We've heard that a couple times this year. But got to score.
It's a fine dance for the offense when your defense is not playing up to its capability right now.
Chinook, Hines, and Lemon this way. Jacoby Lane and McCree that way. Miller will take the handoff. Woo, he gets necktied at the 48-yard line, and he will stand up slowly as he got popped as soon as he touched the ball by Ken Merriweather, a kid out of Detroit, Martin Luther King, 6'3 senior. Or check that, 6'3 sophomore. Gain of 2 on the play, and he paid the price for it. 2-minute stoppage has come our way. Introducing Celaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit of Celaya Tequila. Time out of the field, 2 minutes to go in the half. It's been all Iowa so far, 21-7. Trojans trying to get in before halftime to make it a ball game at the break. We'll see if they can after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Football Media Network.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have 2 simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
It's football season, which means it's tailgating season. And the place to be before every USC home game is the Modelo Ultimate Tailgate. Located in the USC Trojan Fan Fest on the grass infield directly east of the Coliseum. The Modelo Ultimate Tailgate opens 4 hours before kickoff. It's free to fans of all ages, and it's perfect for all your pregame rituals. Like checking out the earlier games, jamming to the DJ, grabbing a bite, and of course, kicking back with some ice-cold cervezas. Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Fight on!
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
It's Evan Cohen. This is USC Iowa right now. Be sure to begin your Monday with Unsportsmanlike with the Super Bowl champ Chris Canty, the marathon champ Michelle Smallman, and no champ, me, Evan Cohen. 3 to 7 a.m. on your home for the Trojans, ESPN LA.
21-7 Iowa, 2 to go in the first half. We were talking about that 76 game where the Trojans won 55-0 here. Last time Iowa was here in this building. Trojans had Ricky Bell and Vince Evans and Rod Martin, the LACC group that won the state championship in junior college football. But that day it was Rob Hurdle and some kid you might have heard of, a sophomore named Charles White, filling in for the injured Ricky Bell. Helped out. In 1974, the Trojans won here 41-3. And I was sitting in the front row of the student section as a student at LACC myself. Then Charles Phillips returned fumble recoveries, 83 and 98 yards. His first scores in college football. Of course, he had the big interception return against Notre Dame later that year to make it 55-24. Right in front of me, I saw that second one, the 98-yarder happen. First down for the second down and 8 for the Trojans at the Iowa 48. Maliaba will air it out and throw long. Up in the air with a great catch is who else but one of the great receivers of the country, Makai Lemon, as he gets there in front of Wapanka, up in the air, comes down with the ball on his back, makes the catch at the 20-yard line, and a how do you do for Makai Lemon. Trojans in the Helium Mobile red zone, time for them to break free. 28 yards, longest pass play of the day so far for the Trojans, 1st and 10, right at the 20-yard line. Maliaba with King Miller to his left. Claps his hands, changes the play perhaps, gets the ball, looks left, throws left, complete. Jacoby Lane can't get away. Gets to the, well, boy, they're going to give him a spot at the 18. He was at the 16-yard line. Didn't look like he was fighting for yards, just pulled back. But they gave Iowa the tackle backwards there for 2 yards, so 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 6. He's not trying to get more. Oh, he bobbled the ball.
Bobbled the ball, so that's where they spotted it.
He bobbled the ball, and then he picked it back up. It didn't hit the ground. Bobbled it to himself. 2nd and 8 at the 18. We'll keep an eye on the clock. Minute 6, minute 5. Trojans have all 3 times out remaining. Motion for Lemon to join Lane on that far side. Fake for Maliaba. Throws to Lake McCree, and it's knocked away at the 5-yard line. And a pretty nice defensive play there for their strong safety, Cone Entringer, who got his hand in there just at the last second. So a huge 3rd and 8 play coming here in this game and in this season for USC.
Yeah, nice play by Jaden Maliaba, but Ettinger is a great player for their defense, and he did a good job of getting over the top of Lake McCree there and knocking that ball away.
Hines from the outside towards us. Lyons and Lemon, and then to the other side, Lane. Miller is the one back on 3rd and 8 from the 18, down 2 touchdowns late first half. Maliaba throws for Lane, got it, out of bounds, didn't catch it. No. Oh, they're going to say a catch. Got his foot down at the 4-yard line, flag down after the play. Dead ball foul coming up. Ball at the 4-yard line would be a 1st and goal for the Trojans.
Looks like they're walking back.
And it's a dead ball foul. If that's the case, it should be first down.
Ineligible receiver downfield, offense number 67, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Third time this year the Trojans have been caught on a long pass, 2 for touchdowns, 1 this time to the 4-yard line on an ineligible receiver call. And so instead of 1st and goal at the 4, it's back at the 23-yard line. Man, oh man, that hurts.
Yeah. You're lucky if you see that call once, but since the Trojans have been called for it, I'm sure the refs are looking for it now, and Killian O'Connor just takes off down the field.
Great catch by Lane. Now they've got to do it again on 3rd and 13. Empty backfield. The rush is on. Mayava stands in there, throws it short and underneath, dropped. King Miller at the 20. Wasn't going anywhere even if he caught it, so now you have to go for 3. Wow, what a change in the face of the game on an ineligible receiver call on Killian O'Connor instead of a 1st and goal at the 4.
Yeah, just an amazing catch by Jacoby Lane on the sideline and just taps his toe down, but all for naught as you get the penalty, and Trojans just stubbing their foot there as that drive would have continued and possibly ended in 6. Now just trying to get 3.
31-yard line, a 41-yard field goal, far hash mark. Out of the hold of Johnson. Pepper snaps it back. Sayeri barely gets it away, but does so successfully. Well, 3 is better than nothing. And with 39 seconds left in the half, the Trojans get 3 points closer. And I remind you again, they'll get the ball coming out of the locker room, but boy, that ineligible receiver call, boy, that just kills you. Just kills you. Let's go down to Jordan.
Shaun, do you think Killian O'Connor had a different play there, or it's just a run pass option or something? Because, I mean, that ball came out quickly from Mayava's hands, but O'Connor took off down the field. I mean, yeah. I know we can complain about some of these calls in the past, and the one that came back against Illinois, everyone thought, oh, that's pretty borderline. That was not borderline. O'Connor went out there like he was running a pass route.
Yeah, I almost thought it looked like they were trying to dump it off to King Miller, but he wasn't looking for the ball. So I just think Killian O'Connor just got crossed up on something, and he just took off because, if anything, maybe you're looking for like an inside screen right there. You're dumping it off to King Miller, but King Miller was already out there and running his route. So I think those guys just got crossed up on that one, and just a unfortunate, penalty at the exact wrong time.
A little bit of a breeze behind Sayeri to kick off here. Weekend and Washington are deep, and an important kickoff here, because if you let Weekend get loose, and he's averaging 31 yards a kickoff return and has a touchdown return already this year of 100. If you let him get loose here, you've got a problem because they've got a chance to score. 39 seconds left in the half, 21-10. Iowa has the lead into the end zone, and Weechin will run it out from 3 yards deep. Gets to the 10, 15, hit at the 15, cuts it back to the 20, and we'll get to the 26 or 27. Well, all things considered, it could have been worse. Trojans kick coverage does a nice job there, and so with only 32 seconds left, let's see how Iowa plays it. I would think fairly conservatively.
Yeah, you would think they have, but that's not been the game plan for Iowa today at all.
They got nothing to lose.
They've come out here going against the script here and taking the Trojans through the air, and then kind of pummeling them here in the second quarter here. So definitely a different game plan from Iowa, but they've come out and put some points on the board on the Trojans.
1st and 10 at the 27. Gronoski with Patterson, J-A-Z first name. He'll fake and throw right side to the tight end, 30. And Christian Pierce will gather him out of bounds after a 9-yard pickup to the 36-yard line for DJ Von Ohm, the freshman from Breda, Iowa. Not sure where that is. They give him a first down on the play, gave him 10 yards. 1st and 10. Clock at 25 seconds. Iowa could stop it twice. And their field goal kicker last week kicked a career-long 58-yarder in the rain in Kinnick Stadium in Iowa against Oregon. Von Ohm in motion, zip-zaps, handoff, Patterson. Huge hole up the middle. Bounces off a couple of tacklers. Boy, Pierce had him dead to rights, and he just bounced right through him. And gets across the 45 to about the 48. Abasiri and Urlacher with the tackle. Another first down. Clock runs. 15 seconds left on the snap. Gronoski, big play here. They got a field goal try. Gronoski runs right and runs out of bounds at midfield with 7 seconds left.
Gonna get a
flag on the play. Got a hold?
Yeah, going to get a hold on it.
Well, that'll end their chances.
Offense number 67.
Last moment
10-yard
field
penalty.
goal, probably.
First down.
Although they could throw a long pass, call a quick timeout, but there's only 7 seconds.
Yeah, I think they'll sit on it here.
Reminder to stay with us for the SoCal Audi Dealers halftime show. We'll have an interview with John Jackson about what's wrong with the Trojans here so far today. And we'll take a look at the stats and highlights Listen to Lincoln Riley coming out of the Trojan locker room. The Trojans will receive the kickoff for the second half. Gronowski with 7 seconds left as a 1st and 20 back in his own side. And we'll just hand off to Patterson, who will get some statistical yards before being dragged down by Stevens and company. And that'll end the first half. Trojans fans not too tickled by what they've seen, and the Iowa fans pretty darn happy. Iowa's outplaying USC in this first half at the Coliseum, but one half of football will not do. At halftime, the score, Iowa 21, USC 10. Back to begin our halftime activities after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store, and they'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save with phone deals, streaming, and plans, where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and get a better deal.
Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Store dated 1/8/2025. The results may vary. Requires postpaid consumer mobile bill from T-Mobile or AT&T. Dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms may apply.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I'll tell you what, game days are always better with mountain cold refreshment in your hand. That's why Trojan fans choose chill with icy cold Coors Light. Next time you're at the Coliseum, check out the brand new Coors Light USC mural by Gate 19. Grab an icy cold Coors Light and a pic for all your socials, and you, my friend, are ready to chill. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing every time, and perfect for game day. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is the Audi Halftime Show.
Caught the end zone. It's a touchdown, USC.
A full breakdown of the first half of Trojan football with stats and highlights. Plus a look at what the Trojans have to do to fight on to victory. Brought to you by
Audi. The Southern California Audi dealers are proud sponsors of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football.
And by Athletic Brewing. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Company.
Now here's Pete Arbogast and Shaun Cody.
Halftime at the Coliseum, and Iowa dominating this game 21-10. The Hawkeyes lead through the first 2 quarters. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Football Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans Football on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
And as halftime begins, the wind picks up and some harder rain is in the forecast, so we'll see what that turns into in the second half. Trojans trailed 7-0. First drive of the game for Iowa. They came out passing, surprising everybody. And Gronowski threw a short touchdown pass to make it 7-0 after 1 quarter. He scored from 1 yard out, did their quarterback to make it 14-0. Then the Trojans, with a 75-yard drive, got back in the game, trailing 14-7. Brian Jackson, a 1-yard touchdown. But looking for a stop that would have got him right back in the game. Instead, Iowa drives 75 yards in 6 minutes. Little dipsy-do and an end around and a reverse and a pass by a receiver, Reese Vanderzee, to Gronowski, the quarterback, from 5 yards out, made it 21-7. The Trojans finished the half with a 41-yard field goal. They had a 1st and goal at the 4 set up, but an ineligible receiver downfield penalty drove him back and forced SC to settle for a field goal. Brought to you by Terranea Resort, a luxury resort like no other. So the Trojans trail 21-10 here at halftime. The halftime stats: rushing yards 100-60 for Iowa, not all that surprising. Receiving yards 112-96 Iowa, that is surprising. And they dominated the total offense 212-156. Those passing yards presented by Airbnb. USC Game Day experience is now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day. Time now to take a listen to the biggest moment of the first 2 quarters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Now, it's time to take a listen to the best play of the first half.
Powered by Ontario International Airport.
A proud partner of the USC Trojans.
Fight on and fly on with ONT.
Throw towards the end zone. That's complete. And a nice catch in traffic by Jacoby Lane down near the 5-yard line. 2 Iowa defenders around him hauling the bunker, but he caught it in a well-placed pass, really expert by Jaden Mayava, and a first and goal for the Trojans at the 4-yard line. How do you do? There wasn't much to talk about, John Jackson, as he joins us in the press box here at the Coliseum. Not much to hang your hat on for USC. They're down 21-10, and they're going to have to play an entirely different football game, it looks like, in the second half. This Iowa team is pretty good.
They are, Pete, but I tell you, the Iowa team that came out here to start the game is not going to be the same Iowa team that comes out at the second half.
Why not?
They think that they can win now. Now, you can't tell me anybody in Iowa's locker room truly thought they would win this game, but now, after this first half that they played and the lead that they have, every one of them believes there's a chance to win this game.
Well, they almost beat Oregon last week, and Oregon's one of the top teams in the country. All right, so the Trojans are beat up in the secondary. Kamari Ramsey is missing. Maybe Bishop Fitzgerald is missing. You've got all kinds of problems injury-wise on defense. How do you stop this Iowa team? And that's what you're going to have to do in order to win this football game. Obviously, you're going to have to score some points, and probably on the first drive of the second half, but you've got to stop Iowa, and that just hadn't been happening.
Well, execution is going to be the key, Pete. You know, the game plan that both Lincoln Riley has and defensively, offensive and defensively, they have to follow the team as it go in the locker room, commit to executing the game plan, and commit to making big plays in the second half. Because they're going to need some big plays to win this.
King Miller, 46 yards on 9 carries. Lemon has caught 4. Lane has caught 4. They've both looked okay. Mayava, 12 of 17. Everything's been rather short except for that 128-yarder for Iowa. 51 yards for Moulton on 7 carries. Gronowski's been great, 8 for 11 for 107. He's also run for a touchdown and throwing the ball when he had to, and they've looked good. So your key to the second half for USC to try to come back, win this game, and stay alive for a football playoff spot. Right now, this does not look like a playoff team.
That's what they need to be discussing in the locker room amongst the players, is they are playing for a college football playoff spot. You're exactly right. They have a spot now, but they're going to have to win this second half and win this game to stay alive and remove any doubt. Let's say that.
See you on the post-game show.
I'll be back. I'll be ready.
Hope it's happy. That concludes this portion of our Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show. More to come after these messages. 21-10, Iowa leads at halftime on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. It's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need, your child's. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles. 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
It's the Women of Troy Report. Here's a look inside the world of USC women's athletics.
I'm Keely Orr, and this is the Women of Troy Report. Earlier this week, I caught up with London Jones of women's basketball to break down the Women of Troy's 87-48 win over New Mexico State. London, a team leading 16 points tonight. How did it feel in your Trojan debut?
It feels amazing. It was so different, obviously, but it just feels really good to be with this team, be in the environment. The crowd was amazing, like always, so really thankful to be here.
How have you transitioned given the fact that you are a veteran player, but you're new to this team, but you're still a veteran in that sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different role, and I'm going to do whatever it takes, whatever it is that my team needs me to do. And so I think just being free, being able to play free, not really think about anything and just go out there and have fun, I think that's the best way to play basketball.
Such a dominant performance to open the season. How do you feel like this team has come together over the summer and in preseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're super competitive. I think that always helps. I mean, we have a great practice team, and they're also really competitive as well. So I think just any ways we can get better, communicate with each other, figure out what we're doing wrong. I mean, we know the things that we need to get better at, and I think just really locking in and focusing on those.
Coach Gottlieb told a story about how you left a voicemail on her phone several years ago, and she said that just spoke to your character and the leader that you are. What did it mean that she, one, still had that voicemail, and two, that it kind of reconnected you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I love Coach Lindsay. We have history, so that's my favorite thing. And so when she had told me that, and I was like, oh my gosh, we sat there and just listened to it. But I'm just so happy to be under her. You know, Coach Lindsay herself is a great leader, and I'll be able to learn so much from her.
This team boasts having one of the strongest schedules in the country. How do you prepare for that, both mentally and physically?
The work, that's all you can do. I mean, you have to work at whatever it is that you want every single day, and it's going to take brick by brick. And I think just locking into that, focusing on that, and just trying to get the job done.
Personally, how do you build on this win?
Keep going. You keep going. We watch film. You see the things that we need to work on and get better at, and just go from there.
You got to address the crowd after the game. What was that like, talking to the Galen Center?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, after the game, the song was coming on. We were doing Fight On, and I was like, oh, my gosh. Like, it's so surreal, but I'm really happy to be here.
All right, enjoy the win.
Thank you so much.
You just heard from London Jones of USC Women's Basketball. Stay tuned for more action here on the USC Trojans Media Network.
Officer? Could I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store, and they'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save with phone deals, streaming, and plans, where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and get a better deal.
Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Store dated 1/8/2025. The results may vary. Requires postpaid consumer mobile bill from T-Mobile or AT&T. Dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms may apply.
Swing by Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals, ice-cold beers, signature drinks, and now their new $15 fireside favorites. Choose from 5 handcrafted entrees like fried chicken, grilled shrimp tacos, fettuccine alfredo, Mediterranean chicken bowl, or Loco Moco fried rice. Every fireside favorite comes with Lazy Dog's famous personal-sized s'more brownie sundae for dessert. Dine in or take it to go. $15 fireside favorites are available all day, Monday through Friday. Visit LazyDogRestaurants.com to learn more.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
What's up, everybody? Jason Schwartz with you as we continue the Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show. Trojans trailing at the Coliseum against Iowa, 21-10, the score. And we'll go out to the Coliseum in just a moment. Jordan Moore will have head coach Lincoln Riley coming out of the tunnel getting ready for the second half. Want to remind you all, stick around after the game. Sua Cravens and I will be here for Trojans wrap-up, and we will be taking your calls. But hopefully USC can turn things around. Tough first half. Iowa outgaining them on the ground and in the air. USC's lone touchdown, a Brian Jackson rushing touchdown. But again, the Trojans trail Iowa 21-10 at halftime. Before we go back out to the Coliseum, let's take a look at some scores from around college football, and we begin in the Big Ten. One final from last night, number 8 Oregon routing Minnesota at Autzen 42-13. Oregon is USC's opponent next week. Final score at Wrigley Field as number 18 Michigan eked out a win against Northwestern 24-22. Number 2 Indiana took care of Wisconsin 31-7. Some games in progress right now. At halftime, Penn State leads Michigan State 14-10, and Illinois up on Maryland 14-6 just before the half. Games later on, Washington hosting Purdue at 4 o'clock. UCLA visiting the Horseshoe, taking on number 1 Ohio State at 4:30. Some top 25 scores for you. Number 6 Texas Tech up on UCF 38-2 at the half. A wild one as number 3 Texas A&M almost fell earlier today, but able to come back, scoring 28 unanswered in the second half to take down South Carolina 31-30. Number 9 Notre Dame beat number 22 Pitt 37-15. And let's see, coming up later on, we got the top 10 matchup as number 10 Texas visits number 5 Georgia at 4:30. Number 13 Utah at Baylor at 4 o'clock. And right now, number 15 Miami leads NC State 24-0 at the half. All right, one last one before we go out to Jordan. Number 11 Oklahoma up on number 4 Alabama at halftime in Tuscaloosa 17-14. All right, back out to the Coliseum now. Jordan Moore. And Jordan, I heard Pete a moment ago just before he sent it to break talk about how the rain was worsening. Is that the case right now as we get ready to start the second half?
He said the rain was worsening or lessening?
I thought he said worsening.
Oh, it's definitely lessening. So
okay.
I don't know. It comes and goes, I guess. So maybe it was in that very moment, but it is really light right now. Actually, it's barely raining.
Yeah, it seems like it really hasn't been much of a factor, other than just, of course, keeping some of the fans away.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely has kept some of the fans away. That's for sure. I don't know. You know how much more USC would be pushing the ball down the field if it was a dry afternoon here at the Coliseum. It certainly looks like both quarterbacks, though, have pretty good control of the football. And I think for the most part, Mayav has been accurate. You have seen some passes slip out of the hands of receivers, but again, hard to know whether that was a drop or a drop caused by water.
Obviously not the first half that USC wanted. What was your biggest takeaway from the first 30 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, this Iowa offense, you were hoping would just sort of be a grind and do a lot of punting and and try to beat you in a low-scoring game. But they've got 21 points up on the Coliseum board here. So the Trojans are chasing, which is not a good sign when you're facing a team that is capable of running clock and grinding you out. But the biggest issue right now is keeping Iowa from scoring points. I mean, they really are putting up numbers here. So this is not a case right now of a low-scoring, grinded out kind of game. The Trojans are sort of in a shootout that they're behind in right now because of a couple of mistakes that they've made offensively. But right now, defensively, USC has no answers for Iowa.
You think USC is going to look to push it on the ground or in the air a little bit more when they come out for the second half?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? I think for now you've got the full complement of the playbook, but you worry about getting one-dimensional against a really good Iowa defense, as Lincoln Riley is jogging down here now. But, for the game script, you worry about it going forward if you're chasing against this Iowa team. But I think for now you have a whole half. There's plenty of time to get the whole complement of the playbook. Coach, what do you need to get going defensively here?
Yeah, we got to tackle better. We ain't doing a good job on a couple of third downs we've been in. Just didn't play a very good half, honestly, defensively. We got to play a lot better.
All right, thanks so much. Offense will have the ball first, but it's the defense certainly under the microscope for the Trojans. Offense, though, maybe they can get things going here. A little momentum started in the Coliseum. At the half, it's Iowa 21, USC 10. Second half is next on the USC Trojans Media Network.
Hear that? The next chapter of Audi performance is here. That's the sound of every interior detail refined. And that's the sound of Quattro all-wheel drive. The all-new Audi Q5, the all-new A5, and Q7. Each one a statement. Performance never goes out of style.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling, while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. What's the advantage? With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast, but you also get the best person for your job. It's a win-win. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Recruiting a team or looking for fresh talent, ZipRecruiter covers the field with their powerful technology and immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even line up. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Byron opened a free checking account with USC Credit Union, and now everything else feels complicated. Like today, should he go with the 7-layer bean dip or the party wing platter?
The wings are so spicy, but the dip is so creamy. I need a minute.
Luckily, some choices are easy. With USC Credit Union, Byron gets thousands of fee-free ATMs, secure online and mobile banking, and even credit monitoring tools, all with a free checking account. Dip or wings? That's on Byron. Visit usccreditunion.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's Michelle Smallman, USC Iowa right now. Be sure to start your Monday morning with Unsportsmanlike. Chris Canty, Evan Cohen, and me, 3 to 7 a.m., leading into the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on your home of the Trojans, ESPN LA.
You've been listening to the Audi Halftime Show, brought to you by Audi, your Southern California Audi dealers, proud sponsors of the USC Trojans, by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football and Athletic Brewing, non-alcoholic craft beer. For the first down to fourth quarter, great tasting, low calorie, and fit for all times. Kickoff coming down to the 4-yard line, taken by the Trojans to Nook Hines, and he won't make it back to the 20. Maybe the 19. Today's game presented by Wells Fargo, the official retail bank of USC Athletics. And the start of the third quarter brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Today's weather report brought to you by Verizon. Visit your local LA Verizon store today. The rain has let up and the wind has died down. It started to blow a little bit at the start of the halftime activities, but now it's just a nice fall afternoon, more or less. First down at the 19. King Miller gets away for a nice gain across the 25 to the 27, maybe the 28, picks up 9, and a good way to start the second half of the Trojans. Stopped by Jackson Rexroth, guy with 2 X's in his name.
Yeah, Pete, if it's me, at halftime, I'm saying, hey, guys, let's flush that first half. Offensively, defensively, wasn't good enough. We know that. We're down by 11 here. Let's get it going in the second half, and it starts with offense. So good start by King Miller as he picks up almost a first down.
Miller stays at the backfield. Tight end strong right is Lake McCree. It'll be a fake to Miller. Mayava in trouble. They've got his hands on him. He throws, and it's caught by Jacoby Lane at the 41. I think Mayava saw him all the way, and maybe that was his intended receiver anyway. Graves putting the pressure on Mayava. But it's a first down for the Trojans out at 41.
Yeah, Graves is becoming a problem back there, Pete. Lonnie Noah's been struggling with him a little bit. He's collapsing the pocket, and luckily Jaden right there is able to find 8 on the sideline as he was looking for the deep shot here, but had settled for Jacoby Lane.
How important for the Trojans to get 7 instead of 3 here, trailing 21-10 starting the quarter, knowing that their defense hasn't been stopping Iowa very much so far?
Very.
Thank you. Fake to Miller. Mayava rolls right, buying time, has time, throws, and it is caught by Lemon. And he's inbounds inside the 40 down to the 36, I think. They're marking him at the 33 now. The back judge comes up and says 36-yard line. And a tough throw and a better catch by Mekhi Lemon.
I mean, you can't get much better than that throw and catch right there as Jada Mayava puts it on the dime, and 6 with a full extension right there, pulls that one in for a huge play for the Trojans.
1st and 10, Trojans on the move to start the second half at the Iowa 36-yard line. Miller to the right and behind Mayava. King Miller gets the call off the left side, has some room. He's at the 30, 25, 20, steps it back in at the 15, and gang tackled down around the 12-yard line. That's the King Miller. That once he gets loose, he is a lot of trouble out there. And a gain of 24 to first down Trojans. They're bringing it back. Oh, boy, another penalty against the Trojans on a big play. Wow, there we go. Got killed on a penalty at the end of the half and an ineligible receiver call. And this one will back the Trojans up on a hold on the run from the spot.
And they're calling that on Makai Lemon, and they showed the replay, and it wasn't much. I don't know if that was on, they called it on 6 or 8 there.
So you give statistically Miller 6 yards on the run instead of 24, and then the 10-yard mark off back to the 40-yard line. It stays first down. It'll be 1st and 14 from the 40. Called it on Jacoby Lane, apparently. Iowa getting a man off the field late, but he makes it to the sideline before Mayava takes the snap. Standing in the pocket and waiting. Throws. That's complete to Lemon. Lemon gets it at the 15, and he's down back to where the Trojans were a moment ago, to the 13-yard line. And the Trojans back in the Helium Mobile red zone. Time for them to break free. Moving pretty well here on this drive.
Yeah, feeling good about what they saw in the first half, making some adjustments right here, and Jada Mayava delivering a dart on that one. We saw him float one to Makai there. Just delivers that one on a string right there, right to his guy number 6 between the zone there.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line, down 21-10, early third quarter at the Coliseum. Trojans kind of a playoff mode here. Lemon comes in motion this way. Hand off to Miller. Miller trying to get around the outside and just scampers out of bounds as time runs out on him at the 11-yard line as he's brought down by big 49, Ethan Herkett, the grad senior returning starter from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It'll be 2nd down at the 11 after the gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, you know who it is. There's only one name that has it all: Athletic Brewing Company. Jackson, the running back this time, next to Mayava on 2nd down. Waiting, Mayava, waiting. Hit from behind, ball's up in the air. It's loose, might be a fumble. Picked up by Iowa. They're ruling it an incomplete pass, but I don't know. The way things have been going against SC, I wouldn't count on this. Jaden Harrell hit him from behind, and I'm not sure his arm was moving forward. They might want to take a look.
Yeah, but they blew the whistle already, so if they blow the whistle, I don't know if they can even continue it. They're supposed to not blow the whistle on those kind of plays to let him go when they
let him run, right?
Yeah, so I don't even think they can review that because the whistle was blown.
So 3rd down from the 11. Had to settle for a field goal earlier to make it 21-10. I just think it's so important to get a touchdown out of this if you can. Mayava with King Miller back in there. Tanook Hines and Lemon to the far side, but the throw is up in the air looking for Jacoby Lane. Has it knocked away. A little hand fighting. Crowd wants a flag, but I didn't see anything that was unusual for football players. Lane was being battled there by Deshaun Lee, both wearing number 8, and the Trojans will have to run the field goal unit back in for another 3 try.
I mean, that's a lot of contact for me, Pete. I don't really like that no call right there. We saw one go against the Trojans here. He's got a hold of his jersey. He's pulling him down, grabbing his hand. That's got to be a flag to me. We saw one going for Iowa the other way right there. You got to. I know he's bigger than that DB, but just still means you can't let him drape himself all over him.
On the 18, a 28-yard field goal for Ryan Sayeri. Places back. Iowa gets in quickly, but they don't get it, and the field goal is good. So the Trojans score, but only 3. They do get it back to within a 1-score game. 11-11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Now it's up to the defense, and that's where everybody's chewing their nails. Time out of the field. Score 21-13 Iowa on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I'll tell you what, game days are always better with mountain cold refreshment in your hand. That's why Trojan fans choose chill with icy cold Coors Light. Next time you're at the Coliseum, check out the brand new Coors Light USC mural by Gate 19. Grab an icy cold Coors Light and a pic for all your socials, and you, my friend, are ready to chill. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing every time, and perfect for game day. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, it's Mace. It's USC, Iowa right now. Don't miss the biggest show on the radio Monday at noon. Me, Ireland, all over the game, plus Rams and Lakers and more. Mason, Ireland, Monday on the home of USC football. ESPN LA, fight on.
Trojans score a 3 on their first possession of the second half. Sayeri's second field goal. The field goal brought to you by Terranea Resort, a luxury resort like no other. Trail 21-13, 11-11 to go in the third. But now they've got to play defense, and that hasn't been their strong suit so far today. But that was the first half. Here's the second half. Trojan fans get ready to fight on with Fruitist blueberries. Sweet, crunchy, and packed with goodness. They're the ultimate game day snack. Fruitist, the official super fruit snack of the USC Trojans, available in stores near you. Well, the pass interference call, which I originally thought was just a little patty cake going on, I have been voted down by everybody here in the booth, and I'm ready to take my lumps because it looked worse on replay than it did in person.
Yeah, and you could tell Lincoln Riley was hot about that. He was getting in the ref's ear on the sideline. But I thought overall a good opening drive for the Trojans. Obviously, you always want to get in the end zone, but did a good job running, good job passing. Pass protection looks like an issue right now for the Trojans. They got to do a better job of keeping Jedimayev up, because I think if he's upright, he can get the ball to his weapons, but got to do a better job protecting for him.
So the kickoff coming up. Sayeri trying to keep their fine kick returner Weechin in arrears, and he kicks it into the end zone, and that's how you do it. First down at the 25-yard line. Now it's up to the defense. Everybody get on the beads, because there's no Kamari Ramsey and there's no Bishop Fitzgerald, and who's playing safety? You got any eligibility left at safety?
Yeah, it's getting to some bodies. We're getting some first-time live bullets here, and unfortunately for the Trojans, didn't look good in the first half, but have a right to play better in the second half. We've seen the Trojan defense come out better in these second halves. Let's see if they have a response here, as they kind of got pushed around in that first half.
It's Urlacher and Pierce, and now dropping back into safety is Nicholson. And Urlacher moves up into coverage, and now they almost switch again, but they don't. And the first down play is a gain of 4 out to the 29-yard line. Tackle there made by Devin Tompkins and Jaden Walker, who was Moulton, the ball carrier. Gain of 4, second and 6. I looked at Kamari Ramsey on the sideline. His helmet is off. His shoulder pads are still on. Read into that what you will. Usually they take your helmet away when they tell you you're not playing anymore, and then you got to go steal it out of the box. Motion for the tight end, away, throw that way, behind a pick by the tight end. They're holding Eric Gentry, and nothing gets called, and Weechin runs out of bounds for an easy first down out to the 43-yard line. Grabbing the Trojans on the far side, they were grabbing a hold of Tompkins and pulled his jersey out, untucked his jersey.
Yeah, Trojans are out there with the 3 linebacker look right now with Kamari down. Going to go with Jaden and Stevens and Gentry right now. They got to find a way for those guys to be productive out there. 3 guys at linebacker position.
About time for a turnover, isn't it? They don't turn the ball over at all. 8 times all year. Handoff, Moulton. And the pile gets pushed across the 45 to the 47. A quick gain of 4 again. They get 4 on those first downs a lot. Second and 6. Trojan Game Day Experience is now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/ USC game day if you need to go to, say Eugene, Oregon next week, or wherever the Trojans go bowling or playoffing. Bowling looks more likely at this point, but still time. Middle third quarter, 9:29 to go, 21-13 Iowa here at the Coliseum. Moulton with Gronowski up under center this time. Takes the snap, hands off, Moulton into the line, and the Trojans just get spread out, and so he works his way to the 49.5, not quite midfield. SC's claiming that he fumbled the ball and they recovered it, but they're not going to get any satisfaction there. 3rd and 4. Well, here's the first big play defensively for the Trojans. They've got to get a stop sooner or later. This will be a good time for it.
Yeah, big third down. We saw in the red zone, they went on third down and short. They ran the ball here, so we're going to see what happens here if they elect to run the ball or pass the ball. But last time they ran the ball on third down, really knocked the Trojans off. Got to be ready for run and pass here.
They haven't been passing much lately. They sure started the game that way. Motion for Von Om, the tight end. Alex Graham in as the nickel. Gronowski in the shotgun. Steps up, wants to run it himself, and does, but he won't get to the 50. And the Trojans have held him and will force a punt on 4th and 3 from the midfield stripe. That was Stevens with his helmet down to make the hit on the quarterback, Mark Gronowski.
Heads up defense by the Trojans right now, realizing Gronowski likes to run the ball in those situations. On 3rd and short down, red zone, Gronowski pulls the trigger right there, decides he's going to run. A lot of linebackers to hover in that area, and they're able to bring him down short of that first down.
Makai Lemon doesn't often return punts, only 4 of them all year. He has been fair catching. This might be a good time to take off and see if he can get some yards on this thing. Nope, fair catch at the 18, maybe the 19-yard line. That's where the Trojans will start it off. Breaking the action here. Don't go wandering off just yet now. 7:47 left in the third quarter. Score remains Iowa 21, SC 13. Trojans get a stop, get the ball back, have a chance to tie it up. Can they? On the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
What does 268 horsepower sound like? You're hearing it right now. The all-new Audi A5. With breathtaking acceleration that commands attention. Precision crafted to bring the thrill to every turn. This is powerful performance. The all-new Audi A5.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey, it's Mace. It's USC Iowa right now. Don't miss the biggest show on the radio Monday at noon. Me, Ireland, all over the game, plus Rams and Lakers and more. Mason, Ireland, Monday on the home of USC football. ESPN LA, fight on.
Maybe, Shaun, the game's about to get more interesting. It's 21-13 after the Trojans get a field goal on their first drive, then get a stop out near midfield, and now have it back at their own 18. Down by 8 with still plenty of time halfway through the third quarter here at the Coliseum.
Yeah, and I think this pass game is picked up in the second half. Lincoln, I think Lincoln Riley said, hey, we're going to go down swinging with our guy Makai Lemon and Jacoby Lane.
James Johnson in the backfield for the first time this year for the Trojans. Today is the first time we've ever called his name on our Trojan broadcast. And James Johnson will have the first carry, and he flips it back on the end around to Makai Lemon. And he'll get a yard, maybe 2. Read well by Iowa. And Lutmer The nickelback didn't give up on Lemon, and they only got a yard out of it to the 19. But something for James Johnson to remember.
That's such a good play by Zach Lutmer. You got to give your tip of the cap sometimes. 6, trailing Mekhi Lemon, catching him in the open field. That's a heck of a play.
King Miller comes back in as the feature back for the Trojans here. Motion for Lions this way. Lemon lane to the far side. The fake to Miller. The throw over the top, looking, an outstretched hand catch by Mekhi Lemon across the 50 to the 45-yard line. Rubberman stuck his arms out. They seemed to grow as the ball got closer. First down, USC. How do you do?
You tip the cap to Lutmer for making the play on the last one, and then Mekhi gets his win on Lutmer on that one. Beats him deep right there. I thought Jaden could have let him work to the sideline, would have gave him a better angle at that one, but kind of leads him upfield. But Mekhi comes down with that ball still.
35 yards on the play, and another USC Hyundai first down. Miller in the backfield. Lions comes in motion. Lemon lane up the other side with a handoff to Miller. Miller over the middle, gets a big yard, dropped the ball, but it's picked up by the Trojans. Standing around minding his own business, I think that's Lemon. Yeah, that was the first drop of the ball today at the 38-yard line, a gain of 8. Just had it knocked away. Lemon was standing there minding his business, looked down at his feet. Oh, look what I got.
Trojans catch a break there as the Iowa defender puts his helmet right on the ball right there, and that one pops out. Luckily enough, Mekhi Lemon standing around there picks that one up, and Trojans catch a break because that one was on the field.
Trojans, the only team in the country with 200-plus rushing yards a game and 300-plus passing. They might get the passing. I don't think they're going to get the rushing. Could be. Miller stuffed right at the line. Maybe a half a yard, and that's all. It'll be 3rd and short for USC. This drive started back at the 18-yard line, and thanks to that long pass and great catch by one of the best receivers, maybe the best receiver in the country, in Mekhi Lemon, Trojans are now at least in nice position, but they want to get in great position. They're at the Iowa 37.5, need to get to the 36. One back is Brian Jackson. Lions in motion. Jackson up the middle. First down and more. And he'll get crunched down after he spins around inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Best run of the day for Brian Jackson. And that's another Hyundai first down getaway sales event going on now. Get the deal so right it almost feels wrong. Jaden Mayava up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Throws over the middle, and Lake McCree has it go off his fingertips at the 5-yard line and incomplete. Don't miss out. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Lake McCree who got his fingers on it. I thought that was Jaden Montgomery, the linebacker for Iowa, got his fingers on it. That was a chance he throws. That's one of those ones you got to fit in over the linebacker, but before the safety. And Jaden just going to get enough height on that one. And kind of lucky as Jaden Montgomery got his fingers on that one for Iowa.
Trojans went hurry up there. Now back to the line of scrimmage calmly. Tanook Hines up to the far side. 2nd down and 10. At the 29-yard line, and it'll be Mayava to keep it on the ground himself. Gets stuffed hard at the 26-yard line after a short gain of 3 or 4. DJ Hall put his helmet right in Mayava's stomach. Mayava does not like to slide, I'll tell you that.
That's such a good defensive play. You watch Iowa play defense, everyone does the responsibility. Even on plays like that, you got a little breakdown. Cornerback comes off his guy, makes a tackle right there. Good tackling defense. Just sometimes Iowa they just know how to play good defense.
Huge play on 3rd and 6. Less than halfway to go in the 3rd quarter. Trojans trail 21-13. Mayava wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Waiting. Does throw. Over the middle. That's complete. Down inside the 15. It's Jacoby Lane. And that's a USC first down inside the 15 in the red zone now. The Helium Mobile red zone. Time to break free of the Trojans. Trying to get in the end zone. Trying somehow to scratch their way back into this football game after looking not great, let's be honest, in the first half. Have a chance here.
And good job of protection right there, buying Jaden some time right there, letting that play develop and let 8 get open as we see Mekhi Lemon and Jacoby Lane coming to life in the second half here.
Lane runs off the field. Lemon runs back on. Hines comes over to the left side. Trojans late getting their play set up. Iowa allowed to substitute. Now in motion comes Lions. On first down, Trojans at the 12. It'll be Mayava to throw. Looking for the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, USC. Guess who? Mekhi Lemon. The crowd roars, and the Trojans are right back in this thing, and they'll probably go for 2 here to try to tie it up here towards the end of the 3rd quarter with 3:33 remaining in it. 12-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Mayava to Mekhi Lemon. who's having a heck of a day again. No surprise.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to say, hey, my X is better than your O, and that's what the Trojans is on that drive as Makai Lemon and Jacoby Lane come to life. The defender all over Makai Lemon, but he still finds a way to come down with the touchdown for his quarterback.
Trojans huddle up. Lemon huffing and puffing with his hands on his hips. You can tell he's tired. He says, what's the play, as he runs back into the huddle as it breaks. He gets the play call from Mayava. Jackson is in the backfield. Wide to the right goes Tanook Hines. Tried to tie the game up with a 2-point conversion. The Trojans send Makai Lemon away from our vantage point in motion. The throw, looking for Lemon, over his head, incomplete. And so, with that 3:33 left on the scoreboard clock in the third, the Trojans trail, but now by only 2, 21-19. We've got a break in the action. We will take one. 21-19. Iowa leading USC. Back with more after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store, and they'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save with phone deals, streaming, and plans, where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and get a better deal.
Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Store dated 1/8/2025. The results may vary. Requires postpaid consumer mobile bill from T-Mobile or AT&T. Dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms may apply.
Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans. The future isn't scary. Not realizing its potential, however, could be. To build a championship team, you don't just look at what you've got. You have to realize the potential of each recruit, transfer, and prospect. Only by seeing the potential of one player do you make the team its strongest. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and I'll tell you what, game days are always better with mountain cold refreshment in your hand. That's why Trojan fans choose chill with icy cold Coors Light. Next time you're at the Coliseum, check out the brand new Coors Light USC mural by Gate 19. Grab an icy cold Coors Light and a pic for all your socials, and you, my friend, are ready to chill. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing every time, and perfect for game day. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, it's Travis, USC, Iowa, right now from the Coliseum. Monday afternoon, don't miss your No Stress Sports Express, the DeMarco and Trav afternoon show at 3 p.m. on your home for USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
Iowa has held every ranked opponent they've played this year to 20 or less points. The Trojans currently have 19 with 3:33 to go in the third quarter. SC trailed 21-7. That was their biggest deficit. Now back within 2 at 21-19, and Jordan Moore has something for us down on the Trojan sideline.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a good job of calling it, but I just want the people out there listening to know you can't play receiver any better right now than Lemon and Lane are playing it. I mean, that's what putting an entire team on your back looks like. That whole drive, 3 of those throws, when the ball's in the air, I'm thinking no shot, and Lemon comes down with 2 of them. The one that Lane caught, he literally just plucked it right off the defender's helmet. His hands are absolutely incredible. Lemon's toughness in contested catches. 6 and 8 are doing it, guys. They have willed this team back into the game. Now let's see if the defense can continue a little momentum to start this second half.
I was a little surprised they threw to Lemon on that 2-point conversion try, Shaun, because he was so tired. He even showed how tired he was by not joining the huddle before the play and then finding out what the play was at the last moment. Kickoff. And into the end zone for a touchback to the 25-yard line. So maybe that's not the guy you throw to because he's huffing and puffing and looking tired.
Yeah, he just had a little option on the motion there. He looked like he had an option to go outside or inside on that route. Just chose a slant. I thought Jaden put a little bit too much pepper on that one. Just kind of threw by his guy there.
Trojans now making noise in the stands. A colorful scene here. Of course, the seats are all cardinal colored anyway, but then juxtaposition the yellow and the green and the blue raincoats that have been being worn by the fans here all day. And what a beautiful college atmosphere it is with the Hollywood Hills and the downtown Los Angeles skyline off to the distance. Kobe Pepe, Jade Abasiri, Jakeem Stewart among those on the Trojan defensive line with Anthony Lucas. First down at the 25 and the handoff to Moulton, and Moulton will get some yards. 30, 35, first down to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line before Desmond Stevens can grab him and pull him down. Very patient running there for Kamari Moulton.
Yeah. To me, that's just not good enough with the 5 down linemen and 2 linebackers, Pete. Sometimes you put guys in position to make plays, and that's coaching now. You've got to get the guys in the right spots, but you got 5 down linemen. You got to find a way to make that tackle there. That's just too slow development.
On that last drive for Iowa before this one, they were able to get out to the 50-yard line, but that's as far as they went. Let's see if the Trojans can make that magic happen again. Late stages, third quarter. Audible being called by the quarterback, Gronowski. Triangle set on the right side. Gronowski takes the snap and drops the pass for the first time in a while. Being rushed, throws over the middle. Incomplete at the feet of Wetjen. W-E-T-J-E-N. He's a graduate senior from Iowa Western Junior College. And it'll be second down and 10. LADWP customers get rebates up to $4,000 on used electric vehicles. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV.
Yeah, just a miss right there by Gronowski, as he had Wetjen, it looked like, on that one, but just couldn't get him the ball.
You know who's getting into it right now? Listen to him. Coliseum crowd. Second down and 10. They get a big play right here. Let's see what happens. Trojans have 5 men on the line of scrimmage. 2 backers up close. Handoff Moulton. They hit him, and they spin him around, and he manages to get a few. Well, 5 actually, so it'll be 3rd and 5. Up slowly. Cade Piper, the right guard for Iowa, the only non-returning starter on their offensive line, has done a great job today. But he's going to stay in there, and it's 3rd and 5. And the bells sound, and the shark attack is on. And let's have a feeding frenzy here on a Saturday afternoon at the Coliseum. Fins up. Wide to the left goes Sam Phillips. Trips to the left, to the right. Wants to throw. Gronowski maybe wants to run. Throws underneath. Incomplete. Maybe intercepted. It bounced up in the air. The Trojans picked that off. They're sure acting like it. Knocked up in the air by Marcellus Williams, and Jakeem Stewart comes down with the football. And the Trojans have a turnover, we think.
There's the big turnover this defense needed, Pete. They get fortunate right there. Gronowski looks like he's rolling out of the pocket and has maybe some room to run for that first down, but he decides to try to rifle it to his guy. It bounces off to his guy and right into the lap of Jakeem Stewart, who's standing right there. The young freshman gets his hands on it, collects it as it gets in his breadbasket, and the Trojans in business here on Iowa side of the football.
That is only the 9th turnover of the year for Iowa. Bounced up in the air, bang, there he is. So a first down, Trojans. The defense not only holds, but they get a turnover. Are they waiting to maybe take a look? Yeah, this official review brought to you by Life Law. Injury law made simple. A positive turnover presented by Yeti if it holds up.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think, you got to give credit to Marcellus Williams. He's the defender who got his hand out there. I think it bounces off his hand or the offensive guy's hand, but it fires back at Jakeem Stewart, and it lands right in Jakeem Stewart's hand. I see that's an easy interception.
Yeti makes gear that helps you stay out longer, travel farther, and live harder. So, Gill, the transfer from Northwestern, popped up in the air. Both teams gathered around coaching staff on each side.
After review, the ruling of an interception is upheld. It's first down USC.
There you go. Jordan, go ahead.
It hit his kneecap. That's why it ricocheted so hard. It hit the receiver's kneecap and came straight back at Jakeem Stewart.
Well, we've been lucky in a couple of situations here. Mekhi Lemon picking up that fumble that was just sitting there at his feet after King Miller had it knocked away. And this one, just minding your own business, wandering around.
Well,
thinking
also,
it's an incomplete pass.
Marcellus Williams did a good job. That wouldn't have been completed anyways, I don't think, Pete. So that would have been a kick anyways.
Right. Would have been a punt, but it would have been way back there instead of way up here. Miller. It'll be Mayava to take it back from Miller and get inside the 40 to the 39. Only a yard. They were kind of waiting for him. So, again, 2nd and 9, Jaden Montgomery. But now here, Shaun, you're talking about a situation where I know you want a touchdown if you're an SC fan, but if you get in field goal range, you take the lead.
Yeah, points are points here. It's got to find a way to get in field goal position, or you're obviously probably another 10, 15 yards out.
Miller and McCree in the backfield. McCree acting as the fullback. Miller goes in motion away. Mayava will throw on 2nd and 9. Little slant across. That comes for a first down for Jacoby Lane inside the 30 down to the 29, and the Trojans are on the move again. First and 10 at the Iowa 29-yard line. Trail 21-7, trail 21-19. Last minute and a half of the third quarter here at the Rainy Coliseum.
Yeah, I think the speech at halftime was like, hey, we're going to go down. We're going to go down with 8-6 getting the ball, and Jaden Mayaba making it happen with his legs. So a lot of emphasis on those three components so far.
There's James Johnson in as the running back. Now he'll slot to the right side next to Lake McCree and to Nook Hines. This way it's Lemon Lane. Motion for McCree, comes in tight to the line of scrimmage on the right side to Taunu. Mayaba will throw on first down. Taunu, lucky he didn't get called for a hold there. The throw down the right sideline into the end zone. Got to be a flag there. Tanook Hines got tackled. And that'll be a 15-yarder, and the defensive back is shaken up, but he's hurt his right shoulder for Iowa. That's number 2. Kid from San Joaquin Memorial and Fresno Way, TJ
Pass
Hall.
interference. Defense number 2. 15-yard penalty.
If he doesn't tackle him, it's a
down.
touchdown. So, good call, good play.
Now, that was a heck of a throw by Jaden Mayaba as he's rolling out to his right and has to chuck it. He just trusts his guy 16 to go try to make a play, and it looked like TJ Hall was holding the whole time and just pulls him down before he even has an opportunity right there. The Trojans are in the Helium Mobile red zone. It's time for them to break free.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line. Another Hyundai first down, and Trojans trailing by 2, have been trailing all day long. Can they get in? King Miller to the right side of Mayaba. Mayaba will throw on first down. He's got the tight end McCree inside the 10 down to about the 8. Pickup of some 6 or 7 yards. We'll call it 6. Second down and 4. The 8-yard line. How's the clock looking? 12 seconds left in the quarter, and I don't think the Trojans will run a play. We've come to the end of 3, and hasn't it been fun today? It's just been frustrating as heck, and all of a sudden, fun in the third quarter. Let's see what the fourth quarter has to bring us, shall we? We'll be back after these messages with that on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So you can have a Club Supreme at home?
Of course.
Or a BLT at the beach?
Absolutely.
Or you can have a Chipotle cheesesteak when you're supposed to be taking the bar exam after 3 grueling years of law school, but instead, you just want to chill and eat your cheesesteak on a boat.
I think your mother would like it if you took the bar.
Nah, I think I want to be a lawyer for fish now. Fish lawyer.
I don't think that's a thing.
Oh, man.
Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
The Johnsons are gearing up for their first game day party of the year, Rob, and Dad's grilling skills in the offseason put him in the 90th percentile.
I see Mom's got her head in the game, too, making sure no cup is empty.
But I gotta say, the MVP is USC Credit Union.
Agreed. Without USC Credit Union's home loans, the Johnsons wouldn't have this great patio for entertaining.
Hey, where's my invite?
At USC Credit Union, our flexible options and seasoned expertise will have you entertaining in the home of your dreams. Visit usccreditunion.org. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 448984.
Hey everybody, it's Cappy. This is USC Iowa right now, and we'll be talking about all that went down in today's rock fight at the Coliseum, Monday at 7 a.m. on the all-new Sedano and Cap Morning Show on your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on!
Welcome back to the Coliseum. Fourth quarter action coming up. 21-19. Iowa by 2, but the Trojans are driving. The horse is out for the first time because it's not raining. They played the William Tell Overture, which I know all of you lead in your car whenever it plays on the classical station KUSC. And let's get this play in, and then we'll get a Station identification right after this. Mayava on second down from the 8. They need to get to the 4 for a first down, and of course 8 for the end zone. Miller up the middle to the 5, and then maybe the 4.5. He'll give him the 5. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
Trojans substituting liberally, and Iowa doing so late. Brian Jackson and McCree in the backfield on the 3rd and 1 from the Iowa 5. McCree goes in motion. Mayava wants to throw and does to McCree, makes the catch, and he's out of bounds inside the 1, or inside the 2, down to the 1. And that'll be a USC first down.
Yeah, nice contested catch there by your guy, Lake McCree, as he kind of is hobbled after that one. He's going to go to the sideline there, but nice grab right there to pick up that first down instead of this
Carson Tavarachi in there for the Trojans at tight end on that last play, but now he's out. First and goal, about the 1.5. Mayava with Jackson to his right. Jackson's got a short touchdown run already today. Jackson will have another touchdown run if he gets in, and he does. The Trojans, for the first time today, have the lead over the Iowa Hawkeyes. How do you do? It must be the lighting of the torch, as SC is out in front in Brian Jackson's second touchdown run of the day.
I think it was the butt chewing at halftime, Pete. That's what I think happened. This is a different team that's come out in the second half. Looks like somebody who's getting after it. Offensively, have already put up, what do we got, 9, and then plus maybe tack on another 7. We got 16 points in this half. And on defense, creating a punt and a turnover. So just two different halves for the Trojans so far.
After the interception, Trojans turn it into points on the short field. Now an important extra point try for Ryan Sayeri. The kick is up and the kick is good. We've got a timeout on the field with 13:36 remaining in regulation time. The score, USC 26, Iowa 21. And we'll be back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Having a high-yield savings account at USC Credit Union has its advantages, perks, and benefits. Like the fact that USC Credit Union members can get significantly higher interest rates than the national average for savings accounts. That's an advantage. Plus, you have the option to open your account with as little as $100. That's a perk. And you'll have peace of mind knowing that your hard-earned savings are insured up to a whopping $15 million. That's a benefit. Visit usccreditunion.org and start growing your savings today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate the competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Hey, it's Mace. It's USC Iowa right now. Don't miss the biggest show on the radio Monday at noon. Me, Ireland, all over the game, plus Rams and Lakers and more. Mason, Ireland, Monday on the home of USC football. ESPN LA, fight on.
During the break here, all the fans with their fins up and they're moving left and right. And everybody in the stadium's getting into it. And it looks so cool when they do it.
They call that swag and surf, Pete.
Like it. Like it. Fourth quarter Trojan football brought to you by Athletic Brewing. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. It's Athletic Brewing. That PAT brought to you by Terranea Resort, a luxury resort like no other. Of course, the horse came out for the touchdown, and They played Conquest. I don't know if you know this, but today is the 75th anniversary of the song Conquest.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was written and then made famous by Henry Mancini in the movie The Captain from Castile, which you should watch if you're a Trojan fan because it plays in the movie.
I've heard you mention that one before. I got to catch up on my Netflix.
It's a good one for a rainy Sunday afternoon. Kickoff by Sayeri. Trojans leading 26-21. Weetjen will take it at the 1. He is most dangerous. Angles over this way, gets to the 20, outside the 25. Ooh, Christian Pierce hits him a little bit.
Oh, that's ticky.
Did they call a flag on that? He barely touched him.
He was just trying to
backed off. He could have lit him up.
I think
he backed off.
They're going to talk about that one. That was just a tap at the end. He was stopping. I don't think they got to.
He's trying to get out of the way. There's no flag on the play.
There's no foul on the play. After discussion, the contact was ruled legal. It's first down.
The guy furthest away threw the flag.
They just tried to get away. He was coming, but the runner, Weetjen, got out of bounds, and he gave him really, just couldn't stop in time. Where's the ball? 28-yard line. First down, Iowa, down by 5. First time they've been behind since they got off the bus. Led 7-0, 14-0, 14-7, 21-7, 21-10 at the half. And the Trojans here in the second half have awakened. If they try this act again next week in Oregon where they start slow, it's not going to end up so pretty. Hand off to Moulton around the right side, and he won't go anywhere. No gain on the play. Anthony Lucas, first contact there, but there was a horde of Trojans to pull him down after really a loss of about a half a yard. Second down and a long 10.
Yeah, Big Silver inside and Devin Tompkins, those guys inside, they're battling right now. They're going to get the run right there. Number 9 holding it down on the run.
When they decide to play, they're really good. Where are these guys in the first quarter? Just getting started. Get engines warmed up. That's what it is. All right. Second down and a long 10. Moulton the one back. Howard in motion. The play action fake. The throw. It'll be complete to the tight end. Out to the 30. Maybe the 31. Nice shot there by Carlos Nicholson on DJ Von Am, the third string tight end listed. And it'll be third and long. Third and about 8 from the 31-yard line. Things are now starting to perhaps slip away from the Iowa Hawkeyes, although there's still 12 and a half minutes left in the game.
Yeah, lots of time left here for Iowa, but this is something they're not comfortable doing. They're not comfortable being behind. This offense isn't created to kind of dig themselves out. Only 5 points here, so you still got to be wary, but definitely more comfortable when they can sit out and milk it a little bit.
Xavier Williams, the one back, but on 3rd and 8, you got to think it's a pass play. Von Am, the tight end, in motion. Gronowski takes the snap, drifts back to pass, waiting, looks right, throws right, no. Oh, it popped up in the air. That might be a catch. I don't know. There's some talk about whether that hit the ground. The Trojans are saying so. Moulton ended up catching it at the 41-yard line. It would be a first down. What do you see?
No, I hit the ground.
I got the binoculars close on it. I think that's an incomplete pass.
That one hit the ground. They're going to replay that one.
I'll say it already. This official review brought to you by Life Law, injury law made simple.
Yeah, in real time, it looked like he might have had it and kind of threw it back up in the air, and the running back caught it. But when you watch it in slow speed, that one bounced off the ground.
They're not even going to review it. The call from upstairs says that's incomplete. They didn't even bother.
So big third down stop for the
play has been
Trojans.
reviewed. The pass is incomplete. It's 4th down.
4th down. And the Trojans have forced them to kick again. The reason I say that it's slipping a little bit from Iowa is because the momentum has clearly changed in this football game. The crowd is into it, and the game has changed.
Yeah, it's different when this Coliseum is behind you and the place is rocking and you're making all the right plays. It makes it a large lead here feel like a lot of points.
Dakin will kick. Give my left eye tooth to have Makai Lemon return a punt someday. Fair catch, he calls for it. Makes a difficult catch running laterally to the 27-yard line and a first down for USC. We've got another break in the action, and we will take it with them. 11:26 left in the 4th quarter. USC 26, Iowa 21. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hear that? The next chapter of Audi performance is here. That's the sound of every interior detail refined. And that's the sound of Quattro all-wheel drive. The all-new Audi Q5, the all-new A5, and Q7. Each one a statement. Performance never goes out of style.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
It's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, USC, Iowa, right now. Monday morning, be sure to start your day with me, Evan, in Smallman, Unsportsmanlike, 3A to 7A on your home for Trojans football, ESPN LA.
Back here in the Coliseum where the Trojans have taken the lead 26-21 over the Iowa Hawkeyes after a tale of two halves where the Trojans couldn't figure out anything in the first half. In the second half, it just come to life. And thanks in a lot to this Coliseum crowd as a contingent of young students has gathered in the far corners of the Coliseum and have taken their shirts off in the rain, swinging their shirts around and going wild, and it looks like they're drawing more and more people over there. I don't know if Jordan Moore's got something on this or something else, but let's throw it down to Jordan real quick.
I kept my shirt on, Shaun. It's a trend, man. That's a trend. Let's let Arbo call this one.
All right, Maliava on first down from his own 26. And the give is to Miller, trying to get around the outside of the left side. He'll get to the 28-yard line. Gain of 2, second down and 8.
Yeah, I was down here talking to Tyler Vaughn's guys, and Tyler Vaughn's one of the great hands catchers that we have seen. And I asked him, would you go gloves or no gloves in this weather? And he said, you have to go no gloves in the rain. He says the material that's on the gloves is similar to what's on your raincoat, and it makes the ball in the water skid off the gloves. So he thinks Jacoby Lane went the right way. It's dried out a little bit. Lane's put the gloves back on, but he's been no gloves all game.
Lions comes in motion on second and 8. Maliava fakes the handoff to Miller. Maliava winds and throws long down the field. Double coverage, and they knock it away from Jacoby Lane. Among others, Deshaun Lee was there. And it'll be third and 8. Vaughn, I remember mostly for the catch at the Rose Bowl against UCLA in the comeback, and wasn't that a COVID game?
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, TV. Tyler Vaughn's a great Trojan receiver, obviously in a group of great Trojan receivers.
It was right after Bryant's long kickoff return, and then set the Trojans up for the game-winning touchdown, which we thought they were going to kick field goal and tie the game, go to overtime. Well, what do we know? Nothing. Third and 8. Don't want to give it right back here. Up by only 5. Still lots of time left. Maliava being rushed on the blitz, just lobs it up in the air, and Lane is being held. He would have caught that, believe it or not. That was just a dying quail. He threw that up in the air for grabs, but he threw it in the neighborhood of the guy that can jump, who's very tall, and they grabbed him and held him.
Yeah, it's a really smart play, Pete. Obviously, you're playing to the ref a little bit, but when you get one-on-one with Jacoby, you trust your guy. Someone's breathing right down your throat. Hey, I'm going to go up, and either Jacoby's going to come down with the ball or he's going to draw that PI, and right there, Jacoby draws that PI as the defender's all over him, and Jacoby's doing a little grabbing as well, so a little back and forth, but the Trojans benefit from a nice PI call there.
Iowa leads the nation in the fewest penalties, penalty yards, and penalty yards per game with 20. Today, 55. And it's hurt. First and 10 out at the 43-yard line. New set of downs, more clock off. Handoff, Brian Jackson bounces off some Iowa defensive players at the 46, picks up 3. Second and 7. The man to hit him hardest and first, Jalen Watson, sophomore out of Toledo Central High in Ohio.
Yeah, still sprinkling some run games still. Not obviously, it's not really moving the chains a bunch, but it's keeping Iowa on their toes as they're still sprinkling in a couple run plays.
Second and 7. Jackson stays in as the feature back. It's Hines Then Lemon on the inside. Lyons goes away to join Jacoby Lane on the far side. Maviava in motion. Tried to throw it, throws it out of bounds. That may have been a forward pass. It may have been a lateral pass. They're going to rule it a lateral pass. Jackson never had a chance because Maviava got hit by Hurkett and had it knocked away, but it went in the direction of Jackson, then just went out of bounds.
Yeah, you're going to want to maybe look at that and see if it was definitely a backwards
close,
because that's about like 5-yard loss right there, really. So I don't know if it's.
You seen it on replay yet?
I haven't seen it on replay, but they're not getting up on the ball quick. So definitely a 5-yard loss there. That one they rule that one that's went backwards. So 5-yard loss for the Trojans there.
Play clock down to 10, 3rd and 13, maybe even 14, back at their own 40 for the Trojans. Maviava takes the snap, looks left, throws left, Lemon, but he won't get much, 2 yards. Out to the 45, it'll be 4th down, and the Trojans will punt. Lutmer's had a busy day, coming up on 10 tackles on his afternoon. Ocean views, magical sunsets, a luxury resort like no other. Discover Terranea, located along the stunning Palos Verdes Peninsula in Southern California. It is beautiful there. Book your getaway to Terranea now. Terranea.com.
Hawkeyes have been able to get to Jaden. He's made some spectacular throws and some spectacular catches have been made, but definitely the pressure has intensified on Jaden Maviava as the Trojans have gone to the air and have to protect him for a little bit longer.
Waitjen now back to receive a punt, and he's a good punt returner as well, averaging 24 yards per punt return, which is unheard of. The kick by Johnson. Fair catch called for at the 10-yard line, maybe the 9. Trojans having a few words with Waitjen as they pass by. There's no reason to do that.
That's a good job by Hank Pepper getting down there fast, not letting Weegen catch that ball without someone in his face.
55-yard punt. Timeout on the field now. 8:33 to go in 4th quarter action. Trojans still lead 26-21. Lots of ball game to go. Come back in a minute on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Officer, could I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
All right, class, settle down. Today's lesson is on the Arco Rewards app. Try to stay with me. The fundamentals are simple. Earn at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards, then redeem them later for up to $1 off every gallon. Now here's where it gets complicated. Oh, wait, it doesn't. It's as simple as downloading the Arco Rewards app to get started. Class dismissed!
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store, and they'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save with phone deals, streaming, and plans, where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and get a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Store dated 1/8/2025. The results may vary. Requires postpaid consumer mobile bill from T-Mobile or AT&T. Dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms may apply.
What's good, everybody? Sua Cravens here, and don't miss the USC postgame show today after the game with me and Jason Schwartz right here on your home of Trojans football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
Like so many nanobots or a virus spreading, the shirtless group, I believe you said just students, but I think it's all guys, right? I think.
Yeah.
All over on the far side of the student section, getting a little bit rowdy, ROWDY. Trojans lead 26-21. 8:33 remaining. Both teams have all of their times out remaining. Old Dominion Freight Line, you know, is the official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises. Did you know Howard Jones? Remember that guy, Howard Jones? Howard Jones Field and all that? He was head coach at Iowa from 1916 to 23. Not only head coach, athletic director, baseball coach before he came to SC from 1925 to 1940 and won multiple national championships. Chaz Phillips in the pattern for Iowa. Do they throw here from their own 10-yard line? Down by 5. Low snap. Going to get it. They do throw here. Weetjen, but I don't think he caught it. I think, they're going to say he did. at the 13, 14-yard line. Did he get his hands under that? I want to see the replay on that. A gain of 4 on it, 2nd down and 6. Maybe that bounced, but his back was to me. And again, look at Iowa huddling and taking their jolly old here. I mean, there's not a lot of time left in this game. Moulton is back in as the feature back. He's the running back for Iowa. 2 receivers to the right. One comes in motion this way. The fake to Moulton. Gronowski wants to pass, but he gets hit. He fumbled the ball. It's loose, and I think Iowa's got it. No, the Trojans. Trojans have it. Trojans have it at the 12-yard line. There's a flag on the play. Coming up with the ball to Carlos Nicholson. Lucas forced the fumble. Was it Nicholson to come up with it or Abasiri? Abasiri's got the ball. The referees are talking.
Got a flag in the backfield there.
Flag in the backfield. And there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff down cover here, kids.
And a flag in the up top.
All right.
As well. So a couple flags here.
All right. Here's the white hat, and he says
there are fouls by both teams. They will offset. Holding defense number 15. Holding offense number 71. 2nd down.
Nothing happened. Pretend you saw nothing.
Yeah, just a big foul in the back end. There is who did they call on the hold? Because Anthony Lucas was the guy who got hold and drew the holding. But I don't know who they got on the back end there.
Gronowski 11 for 17 for $128. Leading running back has 59. That's Moulton. This is 2nd down and 6. And Moulton will get the call around this side and almost got away, but a nice play there by Jaden Walker will stop him from getting a 1st down. They've made more yardage on that play today than that time. Still a 3rd and 2 manageable at the 18-yard line. Oh, that could have changed the game in a heartbeat, but offsetting penalties. And so Iowa continues with the ball. 7:08, 7:07 remaining in the game. Alex Graham in as a nickel. Twin receivers to the far side. That's Jacob Gill and Dayton Howard. Moulton the one back. Williams is in. Gronowski will throw. Tight end's got it. He's bumped out of bounds for a 1st down across the 20 to the 21-yard line. That's Vanderzee, who threw a touchdown pass, not the tight end. Vanderzee, pretty big receiver at 6'4", 220. He threw a touchdown pass earlier in the game to make it 21-7 Iowa with 3:24 to go in the 2nd quarter. The pass thrown to the quarterback, Gronowski, so he returns the favor, and it's 1st down at the 22 for the Hawkeyes. Now 6:25 remaining in the game. They need a touchdown. Field goal won't do them any good. They had a great drive last week against Oregon at home. But ended up losing the game. It's a reverse. Here's Wittgen. Wittgen out to the 30. Stays on his feet, tackled from behind by Walker across the 40 to the 43-yard line. That's a pretty nice play call by Kirk Ferentz and their offensive coordinator, Tim Lester, who's in his 12th year. And 21 yards on that end around. 1st and 10 at the 43. Abasiri comes in. Walker goes out for the Trojans on the defensive wall. As SC puts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the box, including to Carlos Nicholson, the cornerback. Tight end zip-zap motion from here to there. Handoff, Moulton up the middle. And they still, with those guys in the box, managed to get across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Tackle by Abasiri, but not until he gets 5 yards. It's 2nd down and 5. Clock becomes important. If they score, Trojans want to have enough time left to come back down and kick a game-winning field goal. But the idea is to stop them here and get the ball back. Had a chance on a fumble recovery, but there was an offsetting penalty just a bit ago. 2nd and 5 at the 48. Moving from right to left. Towards the closed end of the Coliseum, Gronowski calls his own number. There's nobody waiting for him. Trojan 40, 35, and out of bounds before anybody can touch him at the 32-yard line. And here come the Iowa Hawkeyes with a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, just done a poor job on this series of downs, not knowing where Wiegen is at. That's a mistake. You got to know where he's at every time, and you got to know that Gronowski does not want to pass the ball that much. You rather run the ball, and just a poor job right there with the eyes of the linebackers right there as Gronowski picks up a big chunk.
Maybe his best run of the day, right?
Yeah.
distance-wise. 1st and 10. Trojan 33, 26-21. USC in the lead, under 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Handoff. And Anthony Lucas grabs a hold of Jazz Patterson right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd and 10. Gronowski got 19. Patterson gets nothing.
Yeah, good job.
All you got to do is keep him out of the end zone here.
Good job by Anthony Lucas on the backside right there. Wait, you got to be careful that Gronowski doesn't just pull that one next time, because Anthony Lucas is charging hard off that edge position.
Iowa needs some points here. If they get a field goal, they can still have a shot because you'll only be down by 2. Patterson remains in the backfield with Gronowski. The grad senior from South Dakota State. Motion this way. Patterson a handoff again, and this time he is dropped for appreciable yards of about a yard, maybe 2 by Cam Crawford. They'll move the ball to the 32-yard line. 3rd down and a long 8. Fins up. It's a shark attack.
Got to get loud here if you're the Trojan fans. Big 3rd down right here.
Everybody up.
As the ends made 2 giant plays right there, crashing down. Got to have another play. Got to be mindful of Gronowski running the ball with his legs. Got to find some heat to get on number 11 here.
This is one of those where the defensive coach is calling down and said, watch everything. 3rd and about 8. Williams the one back. Gronowski probably has to throw. They need to get to the 23. Motion for Weekend. Handoff inside and diving forward inside the 30 to the 29-yard line, bringing up a 4th and 7. And I think they've got to kick a field goal here, even in this condition, to get back to within 2.
I think they were hoping for more yards on that to make it a closer 4th down, but now they're going to go for it, it looks like. And
they still have all their times out remaining, so if they stop SC here, plus the 2-minute stoppage, you'll probably get the ball back if you stop SC. Yeah. Here, play clock at 15, game clock at 2:17, and it's a 4th down, and they got to get to the 23, 6 yards away. Gronowski likely to throw.
Gotta watch his legs.
Xavier Williams is the one back. Gronowski will throw. In trouble. Winds and throws long, and it is caught. Was he inbounds at the 4-yard line? Iowa saying he's got it. SC saying he doesn't. No, incomplete. So we'll probably have a review of this anyway, either way.
Well, it benefits the Trojans that it's listed as incomplete, so it has to be conclusive that it is a catch going forward. So
eyeball on game, I thought incomplete. I thought he never made it down. It would be 1st down for the Trojans. It's at the 2-minute warning.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Never made it. Trojans take over. Iowa still has 3 stoppages of the clock, but there's only 1:59 to go. If the Trojans get a couple of 1st downs here, and that's asking a lot, then they will put this game away.
It wasn't much, but it looked like he had some part of that foot, that toe, that tapped, looked like it was in the white. So it wasn't much. He didn't miss. That was a hell of an effort by Weekend.
An incomplete pass is under review.
It was a heck of
While
an effort.
they review it, we'll come back. 1:59 to go in regulation time. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. No more breaks, we are told. I've heard that we had one, and now I hear we don't. So we'll stay here. And go ahead. We're back on. So they're still reviewing the play. This play being reviewed by Life Law. Injury law made simple. Stone IPA, inspiring a generation of brewers and beer lovers made in Southern California. Stone Brewing's first anniversary ale continues to be today's iconic West Coast style IPA. Crisp, light-bodied, back with hoppy flavor.
After review, the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass is upheld. 1st down USC.
I knew it the whole time.
By that.
I knew it the whole time. Bert was over here sweating it. Bert's
a worrywart, this guy.
Bert said the completion over here. I'm saying he touched the white the whole time.
I didn't think when I saw it, I thought it was incomplete.
It was
just
close.
Barely though.
Yeah. Weegen made that's a heck of an effort down there. Jordan, you see anything different down there?
No, I saw the same thing you did, and that's a heck of a play by Kennedy Urlacher because he basically carried the receiver out of bounds. They don't have that rule anymore, that force out rule, but that's basically what he did, and it came down to an inch, and you called it, Shaun. The call on the field being USC's favor made it feel pretty good there at the end. The other thing was big. You guys talked about it. Iowa took their sweet time on that drive. Yep. They even burned the 2-minute warning here, guys. So it's 1:59 to go. That stoppage is done as well. any first down here by the Trojans, and it's night-night.
Yep, should end it. Next week, we'll be in Eugene, Oregon. Some of the best and most hostile fans you can imagine up there. Don't know the time of the game, but I know in Oregon, they'll try to make it in the middle of the night, and it'll be snowing. First down, Trojans. Got to be careful here now. King Miller in the backfield, and it'll be Miller to carry straight up the middle. Gets hit at the 30 and out to the 31. A gain of 1. And Iowa takes their timeout, a first timeout. We don't know the time of the game. We should find out tomorrow that game and possibly the game time for the UCLA game here in 2 weeks in the battle for Los Angeles. Bruins are playing at Ohio State, and I heard Iamaleava's not playing today.
Yeah.
That doesn't do them any good against the Buckeyes.
The chips are stacked against the old Bruins.
A little bit. So next week in Eugene, then back here, and then we will know. Each week we find out a little bit more about this USC football team trying to go to 8-2 and 6-1 and stay alive for a potential playoff berth, probably the third berth in the Big Ten. I don't see any way around that at this point. I don't see Ohio State or Indiana losing, although Ohio State can never beat Michigan for some reason. Michigan's decent, but not that good this year. But we've said that before. All right, second down. Iowa with 2 times out remaining. 2nd and 9. The Trojans probably do their best to try to get a first down, but can't try too hard. Now the clap of the hands and a free play for Jaden Maiava as Iowa's offside. Throw caught by Makai Lemon on his back at the 39. Flag on the play should be against Iowa for offside. I believe the Trojans have a first down at the 39 and a half.
Defense number 95.
And if they do, they should be able to take a knee from this point forward. And the clock would be down to 7 seconds, I believe. Iowa could get the ball back with 7 seconds.
And no timeouts.
We will stay on ESPN LA 710 until the end of the game, and then we'll switch over to the ESPN LA app for the post-game show and the wrap-up show afterwards as well. Always fun with Sua Cravens, who is just great, and Jason Schwartz as well. Good combo, those two guys. Fun to listen to. I always thank them for holding the highlights for about 30 minutes till I get down to my car.
Yeah, so he does a great job of breaking down the game. The thing I don't like is the politicking that involves on that post-game show about who was the player of the game.
We don't want to vote on it last
week. There you go.
I was the deciding vote.
Probably.
Who is it today? Makai Lemon again? Player of the game? Sure looked good. Jacoby Lane was good too.
Well, when the receivers are doing well, that usually means the quarterback's done a fairly good job too. So you have to definitely
23 of 32 for 254. But these guys have bailed him out a couple. Yeah. Lemon's 10 catches, 153. Yeah. Hard to argue that.
Yeah, I would say Makai Lemon.
Lemon a Biletnikoff guy? Is he good enough to win it?
I mean, these numbers he's putting up are pretty spectacular, Pete. I mean, another
and the team is going to be 8-2. It looks like. I mean,
another double-digit 150. That's with another touchdown and it really just like we mentioned in this game that he just carried. Him and Lane just carried basically this offense in the second half.
I know it's early, but is Lemon back next year and any chance of that? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think he's climbing up those.
Lane probably is back next year.
Maybe
sometimes I see
one guy.
Those mock drafts and he's a first rounder, but sometimes they're not. And no, Jordan says no, they're both gone. All right. Well, we can always hope.
What a game. That was a hell of a game. It's tale of two halves for sure. We couldn't have been more down in the dumps.
Well, we were trying to keep away from sharp objects at halftime.
How the Bert says it's not over, and of course it's never over till the clock rings 0. But Trojans feeling good right now. Is only one timeout left, a minute 42, and a first down for the Trojans, so they can run a considerable amount of time off the clock. I'm not sure how many seconds Iowa would have had left if they got the ball back.
I believe it's 7. Bert Awada has been our spotter statistician since I came here in 2001, and before that as well. Of course, I've been doing the game since '89, and it was we had Gene Whitlock and Brian Kennedy, and Mark Hoppy was sitting in the stats seat. A lot of different dudes, great guys, all fun to have them. But Bert, he's the best. Gialares, our producer-director. Rick Cutler with us as always. Our engineer and producer up behind. Here at the Coliseum press box. What a beautiful, colorful picture of Southern California here on a rainy day. It's a rare sight, that's for sure. Those guys are still going nuts over there with waving their shirts and all. They're not wearing them, that's for sure. First down at the 39. Iowa forced to take their second timeout. Not sure why we're not taking a knee here. King Miller, they're trying to strip him. Just go down with the ball. He gets 4.
That eats up more clock. When you run the play as opposed to taking the knee, it just burns a couple more seconds.
Okay, so take the knee backwards.
Yeah, you can run back a little bit.
For the third and final timeout for Iowa. And they can't stop it after this. So if we play clock with you, 1:36, you run a play for 5 seconds, that's your second down play. That's 1:31 and 4. That takes you to 51. 46 takes you down to 6 seconds. And then you have a choice. You could run backwards through the end zone for a safety, or you kick the ball. Game's over. You don't take a knee here. You run backwards, take that 2. I've seen that done a bunch of times. Next week, Oregon. And that, if this holds up, will be, assuming SC beats UCLA, which is a terrible assumption always. Those two teams are crazy when they play each other. It should be next week for a playoff spot. 2nd and 6. Mayava gives to Miller. Just ball down. Trying to strip it, and he spins away and gets 2 more to the 45, and the clock runs. Stopped by Jayton Montgomery. Why is there a whistle? There's a flag.
Oh, no.
At the 40-yard line on this side of the field near the Iowa bench. Might be a sideline warning.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, assistant coach
Game
Iowa.
over. That's it.
15-yard penalty, first down.
It's a bad time for that. Somebody said something. So the school that gave us Alex Karras and Chuck Long will fall here for the second straight week to a ranked opponent. Remember Alex Karras in Blazing Saddles? He was Mongo, punched the horse. College and Pro Football Hall of Famer. Niles Kinnick won the Heisman Trophy in 1939. Then he died in a training accident in World War II flying a plane over the Caribbean.
Lincoln Riley on the sideline. He is fired up. He is hugging all the staffs, getting some big hugs over there. He's getting the crowd going and fired up for this one. Well, the Trojans, they look doom and gloom.
Second half adjustments were great, Shaun, but we need first half adjustments now. We need to come out firing on all cylinders against Oregon next week. Mayava will go into the victory formation. 58 seconds left. He'll have to do it one more time. The crowd roars its approval. Most of whom have stayed for this exciting college football game despite the weather, despite the rain, despite the cold, despite the lousy first half. The great fans here today. It's not a full house. Yeah. Let's not pretend. But they're probably 40,000 on hand here today, and they did a great job.
These are the real ones over here, Pete. These are the ones that stick through thick and thin. Didn't matter the rain, didn't matter the bad football in the first half. They stuck it through, and they got to see a great outcome for the Trojans as they win this one 26-20.
The roar goes up, and the Trojans bound off of the sideline on the far side. The Iowa players coming off to a man, because Kirk Ferentz has probably told them to a man, coming out and shaking hands like you should at the end of a game. Good for them. Congratulations. Clock running down, under 10 seconds to go. The alumni band marches out. Trojan band fired up in the sun deck over to our right side. Clock reads 000, and the Trojans have come back to beat the Iowa Hawkeyes here at the Coliseum, and Jordan Moore has a player of the game down on the field.
Yeah, I'm down here with Jacoby Lane. He's just taking a picture real quick with a friend of his from Iowa, and then we will get to Jacoby Lane, the first of our players of the game. Jacoby, man, take me inside the halftime locker room. You guys came out a different team. What was going on in that halftime locker room?
Yeah, just knowing what type of energy we needed out to come after half. Slow start, but the message was what it was before the game. Just keep going, never stop, and don't let a previous play affect you. Just play this current play not worry about the result and keep going. So
I was talking to Tyler Vaughns on the sideline. He said you were right. No gloves is the move today. You went back and forth. How do you make that decision during the game?
Yeah, I just dropping the ball a couple of times. I kind of got in my own head, thought I needed to switch, but in reality, it doesn't matter. Just looking the ball all the way in and trying my hardest to come down with it. That's what really matters. So
you didn't drop many. You were fantastic. So was Makai Lemon, man. What a tandem. What's it like to be a partner with that guy on the field?
Makai Lemon just won the Biletnikoff today. So if he's not a first ballot dude and he doesn't get that award, I'll be so mad. That dude is the best wide receiver in the country, hands down, and that dude is the GOAT, bro. If you can't see that on these Saturdays, what he puts in, and that's just who he is every day. During the week, he constantly pushes me, and he's just an all-around that dude. So I couldn't be more proud of that guy, but I couldn't be shocked. So.
You're pretty good yourself. Lastly, what does the win mean to this team? I mean, everyone here is celebrating. It feels like a special one.
Yeah, just realizing what this is for the team, getting a win at home, doing what we got to do to get that win at home, and doing it for the fans once again. This is a better turnout than we would have ever expected in the rain. Nobody wants to come out here in the rain, beautiful Southern California, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We got the win, and at the end of the day, that we did it for the fans. So super grateful.
It took a lot, but you got it done. Way to go. Jacoby Lane, the receivers, I thought led the way. They willed it back. The defense got it done in the second half. We're on to Oregon, boys.
Trojans have won 6 straight at home, and as the game ends, the Trojans find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, which is showing right now over the Coliseum. Conquest sounds on its 75th anniversary. Listen in and enjoy the day, Trojan fans. Final score once again presented by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of USC Athletics. USC 26, Iowa 21. Back with more after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Thank you for listening to USC Iowa today on ESPN LA, 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. It is now time for Los Angeles Lakers basketball for your Saturday night. Right now on your home of the Lakers, your home of the Trojans and the Rams, ESPN LA.
Lakers basketball is back. The journey to Banner 18 is on for the purple and gold.
Hi, this is Luka Doncic of your Los Angeles Lakers. This is your home for Lakers basketball.
Tonight, the Lakers 5-game road trip makes one last stop in Wisconsin.
Reeves behind the three-point line, giving it to DeAndre Ayton. Free throw line, drives toward the basket, powerful move, and he slam dunks it home. What a half for DeAndre. He's got 12 points, 9 rebounds. Michael, he's almost got a double-double in the first half.
It's the second night of a back-to-back, and the purple and gold are up for the challenge versus Giannis and company. From Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, it's Lakers versus Bucks right now.
Lakers run their record to 9-4.
And hear every game in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
This is the Toyota Lakers Countdown.
Lakers basketball, driven by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
The Toyota Lakers Countdown to tip-off.
Here's Bethel Duran.
Happy Saturday to you, Laker fans. A busy Saturday. Got college football, got hockey, got NBA hoops, and the Lakers are finally finishing up that 5-game road trip. It's been up and down. It's been ugly. It started a week ago in Atlanta where they didn't show up. Monday in Charlotte, they didn't show up until the second half. And then Wednesday in OKC, just forget about it. But last night, they took care of business against the Pelicans, a team that's not that good. Pelicans have only 2 wins on the season. But what I liked about this game last night was you take care of business. The starters getting a lot of minutes, a lot of work, and you saw some good flow. And Lakers are now 9-4 on the season. How will they go up against the Greek Freak? As the Bucks needed overtime yesterday to get the victory, they're 8-5. They were at home. So 2 teams, second night of a back-to-back, and you got to love this. Luka against Giannis. That's what you want to see. Of course, it's never just about one-on-one individuals. It's about seeing where you're at. We saw that OKC is elite. We saw that OKC is the best in the Western Conference. The defending champions continue to roll. I've been saying it, that the Lakers and everybody else in the Western Conference playing for second. That's just the way it goes. I mean, Denver's really good, but OKC, my goodness, how good are they right now? But this is be a good measuring stick for the Lakers. Game number 14 of the season. Finish up the road trip strong, finishing up with a good attitude, finishing up with good aggressive play. That's what I want to see from the Lakers tonight. Come in strong, handle business, get in there, battle, and see what you have against Milwaukee, who isn't exactly setting the world on fire. Milwaukee is very, very gainable. Milwaukee 8-5 on the season. And make sure that you download the Prize Picks app. Every single day, we have decisions to make. Let's just say that Prize Picks was good to me in college football this morning. I didn't touch anything in the afternoon because I'm wanting to see what I want to do for basketball. But Prize Picks is there for you. Being right can get you paid. And don't miss any of the excitement this basketball season on Prize Picks. You place Prize Picks to get action on basketball in more than 40 states, including California. It's so much fun. It's really easy. All you have to do is find the value, go more or less. And if you don't know what you want to do, like, what is that person doing? You can follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app, copy their lineup in one click, hit the follow button, and boom, you got to get a little action.
on the steps. Kids nowadays. Yeah, kids. Can't keep track of their phones, Beto.
Why are you stealing phones, Michael?
What do you mean, why do you still need phones?
No, why are you stealing a phone?
No, I wasn't. He dropped his phone on the floor next to me. I wasn't sitting. He thought I was sitting on it.
Michael, when did you get your first cell phone?
Let's see.
Did you have one of those brick ones in the 80s?
No, I didn't get a big one like that because I remember I was into the San Antonio Spurs. Artis Gilmore. You remember Artis Gilmore?
Yeah.
He had one of the brick ones, and that was pretty cool. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But the first cell phone, of course, I got was one of those flip phones, of course. Mm-hmm. And what year was that? So I was with the Spurs in 86, 87 season. The brick phones came out. Imagine if carrying those things around today. You know what? I wouldn't mind having one of those just at home, just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it? A little brick phone right there?
Yeah, even to have in your car. You wouldn't want to walk around with it, but just have in your car, just for nostalgia's sake.
Did you have a car phone?
No, I never had a car phone because car phones were out like in the 70s, right?
I thought it was like the 80s kind of thing.
Maybe. Car phones. I remember seeing old movies, maybe from the 70s when some of the rich guys would have a car phone.
Yeah.
So it might have been late 70s, early 80s or something.
I can see it, yeah. So you were in San Antonio 86, 87 season.
Yeah, and I didn't have a cell phone then. I had a landline. So I think 86, 87, probably around 89. That's when I first got my first cell phone.
So after you got your second championship, you get yourself a cell phone.
Yeah, I don't remember even having a cell phone. That's right. I didn't have a cell phone when I was with the Lakers. I did not have one. You're right. So it had to be
in the 90s then.
Probably 89, 90 or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Michael. Yeah.
Can you imagine? I don't know.
Did you function?
Do you know anyone who doesn't have a cell phone?
My 83-year-old dad has one. So everybody essentially has one.
Yeah, I wonder if there are like 20-something-year-olds and teenagers. I mean, you'll say 20-something, 30-something-year-olds who don't have a cell phone.
No, you
can't function without one these days, right?
I forget which NFL quarterback has a flip phone on purpose because he doesn't want any kind of distractions.
Yeah, but it's still a cell phone.
But it's still a phone, right? You can still reach them. Like the days of where, hey, you want if you're like remember like in Ferris Bueller's Day Off where they go to the restaurant and there's a phone call for him at the restaurant. They bring you a phone where you have a phone call right there. Now imagine this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and can you function anymore without email? Because everything you order now, you got to put your email down.
Oh, yeah.
If you travel someplace, they got to get your email. Anything you do online, you got to have an email, right?
Michael, it was Andrew Luck. Remember he was with the Colts?
Yeah.
He had a flip phone, and it was only to make a phone call in case of emergency. Wow. He just did not do anything around that. But, yeah, how do you function? Michael, we can't even get into these buildings without your cell phone.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, to get into our studio right here at ESPN, if you don't have your phone, you're locked out.
Yeah, because your key fob doesn't work alone. You need your phone for the Bluetooth to be on. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why we leave the trash can up against the door, old school style, in case you get locked out.
So Pepe can get in.
Yeah, that's how Pepe gets in.
That's right. He sneaks through the door. We leave the door open, crack for him.
Yep. Michael, let me give you the injury report that's brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie. In this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, calljacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. Visit calljacob.com or call 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789. And Marcus Smart is out with the illness, Michael.
Yeah, I see that. I saw him last night. He was sitting in the lobby waiting for his bags to come. He didn't look sick. He was just sitting there waiting for her to go get his bags off the truck. A lot of players don't do that. A lot of players just go to their room and have their bags delivered. But he was waiting for his bags to go collect it himself.
Yeah, he had a rough night yesterday by his standards.
1 for 11 from 3.
Yeah, one three-pointer he made. It was actually, 1 for 10. One of those got changed to a 2, so it was 1 for 10. And only 13 minutes of action for him. He just didn't look right by his standards because he's been so good for the Lakers, but now we know he was playing sick.
Yeah. Plus, sometimes you can play sick. It just it really affects you afterwards. When your body cools down, you just feel like drained, like you just went 15 rounds against Joe Frazier.
Oh, my goodness. And then
my son is here tonight scouting for the Atlanta Hawks. One of my sons, Michael. That's kind of cool.
Mike was there?
Yeah, he's scouting for the Atlanta Hawks. So he must be doing something right because ever since he's joined them, they're winning.
Oh, we'll tell Mikey to come on the headset. We'll talk to him, too.
Oh, he's down by courtside. Oh, if he was up here, he would come on.
Oh, okay.
Do the pregame.
In the summer of 1997, Stone IPA was first brewed. We weren't trying to create the next big thing in beer. We just wanted to make the first anniversary ale of our dreams. Crisp, light-bodied, and still packed with hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
Hey, USC Trojans, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design USC Trojan t-shirt and, most importantly, save lives. Go to big10.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put USC in the lead. This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
The scene here, as usual, after a game and especially a win, a lot of Trojan fans gathering near the student section where not only the Spirited Troy, the Trojan Marching Band, but the Alumni Band is here today on homecoming, where the Trojans are now 70-28-4, dating back to the first homecoming in December of 1924. It's been over 100 years, and the post-game concert goes on. It's not raining on them, and that's the situation out here. Down there in the locker room, as the Modelo locker room report continues, I dare say, Jordan Moore, it was a pretty happy group there because they were very happy coming off the sideline after the win today.
Yeah, they're still having fun down here. It's a party in the locker room, and I've got Jakeem Stewart, a young guy. So this is his first one of these, first homecoming win. Jakeem, I asked Jacoby this question on the field, man, but what happened in the halftime locker room, but particularly defensively? You guys just look like a different group coming out in the second half.
I say we just all came together. We just slowed the game down because we were just overthinking it. Cody Lynn, EG, and Devin Tonga, they all talked to us. And Asante Docs, after every first quarter, at first half, he just keeping our head up, keeping us, motivated, tell us don't drop our head, because that was not our best half, as a team. So I feel as though just really just coming together as one, as a unit for sure, as a defense and as an offense, and we just all trust each other, take it play by play, snap by snap. And I feel like we did a great job of that. We came out victorious, but we just got to keep our head on forward and stay humble.
We got you to rush the passer. I didn't know we got you to pick off the passer, man. Take me through that interception. It seemed like that ball found you like a magnet.
Yeah, it did. I said it did. It's a hustle play. Just running to the ball, I feel as though you going to get rewarded for that. And I got rewarded for just running to the ball, trying to be a player, be a team player, but I feel as though just really doing my job, and I feel as though everybody did their job. With the PBU that we had got, and me just finish it off with an interception and going to the sideline, our offense scored the ball. That was a game changer play, but with our offense, just staying on them, and I feel like we did a good job with the defense. We came out, second half, they scored 0 points. We just keep that mentality going on from the first half. I feel like we were a great team, but it started from preparation. We had a great preparation. The scout team, they really challenged us, and they always challenge us. So without the scout, I don't know who we will be.
Guys, go ahead for Jakeem.
Jakeem, Shaun, Cody in the booth, bud. Good, congratulations on the big win. Obviously, a huge win today for the Trojans, finding a way back in this game. When the game's going like that in the first half, who are some of the guys or the coaches on that team that can settle you guys down? Right, it's not going the way you want. Who are some of the leaders on that defense and the coaching staff that really bring you guys together and can get it right for the second half?
I say, everybody really came together, but some leaders, I say, Eric Genty, Devin Tompkins, Berlin Shelby, Keyshawn Silver, Asante Dawes for sure, Killian, Jacoby, Makai, Jaden, all the people you think about, they all came, they all told us, man, keep our head up. We go win this game. We just got to take it snap by snap and play by play. And I feel like we did a great job with that. Without them, we will never win that game. I feel like we did a great job with that. King Miller, he had a former, but I also told him on the sideline, man, gotta fix those things, But the leaders, I feel as though the young guys is holding the leaders accountable, and we do a great job with that.
The big weather game today maybe affected the crowd coming out today, but the crowd that was here sounded like a dedicated group. How much energy did they bring today in the second half? Could you feel them come to life as the Trojans start playing ball?
1,000% they came like. Without the Trojan fam, I don't know who it would be. Then the Trojan fam so much for coming out in this rainy weather. It's not the best weather. It's not LA weather, but it was some weather that we adapt to. And the Trojan fam still came out, support us. We got the Juice team, the Juice squad on the sideline, hyping us up. We did a great job with that, man. We can't thank them enough, man.
Jakeem, it's Pete Arbogast up at the booth, the voice of the Trojans here. When you were talking about the interception that bounced your way and you were in the right spot at the right time, when's the last time you got an interception?
Oh, no, that's my first interception.
Ever?
I said, yeah, first interception.
Like
ever.
Even kid ball?
Kid ball, I used to play tight end. It's not my first time with the ball in my hand.
Oh, man.
Well, then we expect a better return. What the heck?
Man, I don't know. I sat on the sideline. I was trying to go score it, but it had big 67. I just wanted to run over him. I don't know why. I just smelled blood.
I want to get to know you a little bit. Tell me a little bit about Reserve, Louisiana. What's that town like?
Small town. St. John the Baptist Parish is like 40 minutes from New Orleans, like an hour from Baton Rouge. It's country. So I said some things I did, in Reserve was, run on the levee, ride some horses, fish, shoot. We eat exotic animals like raccoon, frog leg, squirrel, anything you name. But it was great. Growing up, I was outside. So.
Now, you got out of high school. You came here early, skipping your senior year. I expect that the fans of Carr High School are not too tickled with that.
yeah, I did. It was great. Me just going to Carr, really getting the championship, environment. Because, Carr won a lot of state championship. And they're on path to go on, 2-time state championship this year. They ain't lose no game in 2 years right now.
So talking to you reminds me, and you were down there when this was going on, when Ed Orgeron was the coach at LSU.
Yeah, I was.
Everybody's got the accent, but you got it strong, and I can't help but think of Coach O. Have you ever met the man?
Yeah, I met Coach O. I met Coach O when I was in 7th grade.
Huh.
I knew Coach O was a real coach when he had a weight rack in his office. I'm like, what are you doing? I went in there, first time meeting him, he was doing curls. I'm like, Coach O, like, what are you doing?
Shirt off.
Yeah, shirt off. He big for his age. Like, he really got muscle. I'm like, Coach O, like, what you doing? He said he got to stay in shape just in case somebody try him. I said, I respect it, Coach.
Do you said you played tight end. Did you play any other sports? You throw the ball in track or do anything else?
No, I did track in high school. I used to play baseball in Little League. I'll give you a quick story. In Little League, I had flipped over a fence and knocked myself out, and I ain't played baseball ever since.
Hey, we love spending time with you. Congratulations on a great game, and we look forward to talking to you more as your career unfolds here at USC.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, Jakeem Stewart along
Hey, guys,
with
if you want to stay right
Yeah, we'll stay with you, Jordan. Trojans beat Iowa. Final today, 26-21. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves here on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
Like the USC football team says about its schedule, the Modelo Locker Room Report says about its guests. Next, here's Jordan Moore.
Yeah, I've got Brian Jackson, who found the end zone a couple times here today. Brian, you must have heard all week that this is an Iowa physical football team and that, that they were all coming here to overpower the Trojans. I mean, how much did you guys take that as a challenge? You're a big physical runner that you wanted to establish the line of scrimmage today and show them that, who the dominant force is.
Well, obviously, it always starts with the big five up front. The O-line can't do nothing without them guys. So they came out with one of the just great energy. Came out with great energy, great focus, great poise. And when them dudes start rolling and they start getting energy, that we feed off of that. So yeah, everybody just try to stay on the same level with them and keep up with them all game.
What was the talk on the sidelines? I mean, this is a comeback game. I mean, the energy's negative in the building. It's down. Things are not going well. So someone's got to spark it. What's that talk on how to turn things around in a game that was going against you for a while?
Energy's never down at this place. No matter the scoreboard, up 30 points, down 20 points. Energy's never gonna be down. So we came out second half. We knew what we had to do. We had to go out physical them. We knew this was going to be a slugfest. We knew this was going to be a heavyweight matchup. So we just came out and did what we had to do to get the win.
Guys, go ahead for Brian.
Brian, Shaun, Cody in the booth. Congratulations on the win, bud. Physical running as usual from you. What was the offensive game plan kind of going into the game against Iowa? Did you guys want to establish the run, or just kind of maybe like the same game plan every week where, we want to keep a balanced attack?
It was really a simple game plan this week. Balanced attack, run. Get the run game going to open up the pass. So, just not too much of a complicated game plan, but, Coach Riley has a great game plan every week for us, no matter who the opponent is. So, with his play calling, nothing for us is, not doable.
And then going into the second half, then what adjustments did you guys kind of make? Was there more emphasis on trying to get those receivers going, or would you guys kind of just stay in the game and just keep your head to the ground?
Obviously, we got two of the best receivers in the country. So, getting them two guys going, after they get going, that we feed off of them. Those two, they start making incredible catches. Run game opens up, everybody's on the same page. Everybody's, ready to get in the end zone when them two guys get going, man.
Brian Pete Arbogast upstairs. You had a great game last year to end the season in the Vegas Bowl against Texas A&M. How has your game, in your mind, improved, and where has it improved the most?
I'll say just being a more patient runner. Just waiting for my blocks to develop and for those guys to do the job so they can get me out of all of the mess. So I would just say just staying patient and waiting for my guys to get their blocks in.
Have you learned that most from coaches or watching other players?
Coach Jones has talked to me about that a lot. We've worked on that a lot in the offseason and during the season, just staying patient. Because, when those guys, when they get their blocks, it's going to be wide open. So just stay behind those pullers and stuff like that, and counter plays.
All right, now this is meant as no offense at all, but you start the season probably third on the list behind Waymo and Eli Sanders.
Yes, sir.
They both get hurt. Where were you mentally when the season started, when you were there on the roster, as opposed to where you are now?
I'm not, I'm just saying I'm staying even keel throughout the whole season. Not trying to get too high, not trying to get too low. Coming to work every day, no matter where I am. Because at the end of the day, it's football, and when you play the game of football, they always say next man up mentality. So just staying ready, so I don't have to get ready.
Does this team talk at all about? We've had some slow starts. Let's be honest.
Yes,
as a team, these last few weeks, does this team talk about that and how to get out of that rut going into the Oregon game next week?
No, so we just, we sometimes things don't go your way in the first half, but we came out the second half today with just a different mindset. Like you could just see it in the locker room. Like we was like, oh yeah, we know we smell blood in the water. They're gonna get complacent with the scoreboard, and we came out and did what we had to do.
Thanks for spending time with us today, and be healthy this week and have a great weekend, and we'll see you out there next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, next time we go down to the locker room, we'll be talking with Jordan and head coach Lincoln Riley. When we come back, we'll look at the statistics, offensive, defensive, individually, and by the team. Don't forget, when this is all over, you can call Trojan Wrap-Up with Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens at 877-710-3776. That's 877-710-ESPN on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. We'll be back after these messages. USC beats Iowa 26-21. Great second half comeback on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So I can have a BLT at the lake?
Exactly.
Or a Mike's Famous Philly on the road?
Sure thing.
Or number 4 when I'm riding a bike.
That might be too hard. How would you steer?
It's a tandem bike.
Now, who's steering?
That's a good point. Well, hey, are you free for the next, half hour?
Sure. I got nothing else going on today.
Sick. Hop on.
Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
What does 268 horsepower sound like? You're hearing it right now. The all-new Audi A5. With breathtaking acceleration that commands attention. Precision crafted to bring the thrill to every turn. This is powerful performance. The all-new Audi A5.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
You know you're a sappy Trojan fan when on homecoming they play the alma mater and you sing it and you get a lump in your throat. Somebody else take it now. Let's go.
Don't start crying on me, Pete. We need you here fight.
Trojan fans, I get teary-eyed at Kodak commercials. Trojan fans celebrate every home game this season, every home win, with a trip to AM/PM. Visit your local Southern California participating AM/PM store and receive one free personal pizza and one 20-ounce Coca-Cola with a win. Only valid through the AM/PM app and while supplies last. Let's take a look at the team statistics. Oh, we're going down. He's ready? Oh, great. We got the coach. All right. Great. Modelo locker room report continues. Here's Jordan again.
Yep, I've got the head coach, Lincoln Riley, and Coach, I talked to you at halftime. You said basically just didn't play particularly well in the first half. Every comeback starts with a spark. Was it something somebody said? Was it a play out there? What was it, do you think, that got this thing ignited? Because once it did, it felt like you guys were unstoppable.
Yeah, I think it was halftime. The locker room, the guys, were very responsive to the challenge we put in front of them. And, it was just kind of simple. Like, we knew we didn't play good. We felt like we knew I was a good team, but also we felt like some of the things were certainly within our control, and we felt like that, we go just start playing our brand of ball, like nothing special, that we'll go make a run. This thing's still, obviously a very, very close game. And so, I think the mindset, the guys didn't really flinch in the locker room. Like, they challenged themselves, just our energy, our execution, all that just had to be a little bit better. And I know it may sound boring, but that was really it. And then we got out there, and even everything in the second half wasn't perfect either, but we started just playing together, played better, played with more energy, played with more physicality, and got it done.
We've had the privilege of watching a lot of really good receivers here at USC, and a lot in the last few years. 6 and 8 are right there, though. I just thought their will was phenomenal today. Just those two guys, what they mean to your team, and even you as somebody who's calling the plays, just sometimes a little bit of the awe you see at what they're capable of.
Yeah, no, they made some big time plays. They were super competitive. We obviously knew that Iowa's a team that's going to pack things in there, and they're going to give you some of those matchups. That's just what they do, and so we felt like those matchups, even despite the conditions, were going to be good for us, and we all have a lot of trust in those guys, and they stepped up and made some big plays.
Sure did. Guys, go ahead for Coach.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Obviously, you come into the game, Coach, with a game plan. How much of that really changed at all, or did just guys started executing better in that second half?
No, I don't think much of it changed. We didn't really call a whole lot different. We just executed better. We got started in drives better. Obviously, made some competitive plays, there wasn't. I don't know. There was a ton of adjustments. You're obviously kind of constantly monitoring the weather and the on or off of the heavy rain. But other than that, no, we just. Yeah, it wasn't really anything magic. We didn't call different stuff on really any of the sides of the ball. We just played better.
Yeah, Coach, 0 points for defense, giving up 0 points in the second half. Only 1 third down, first down given up by the defense. And that's when you lose Kamari. Bishop Fitzgerald looks like he's banged up. You enter, Christian Purse and Urlacher. What can you say about those guys staying ready and playing that kind of ball for you guys in the second half?
They were tough, man. They were tough. They had some big-time plays there in that second half. I thought our front seven rose their game up and really started impacting the game in the second half, and that's what you have to have. You have to have championship depth. This team has not been very fortunate in terms of just injuries and all of that this year. And we just continue to go, and that's honestly one of the things, and probably the thing I am the most proud of about our team right now.
Okay, Coach, it's JJ. I gotta admit, before I ask my question, I gotta get better at answering questions because they always seem to come back to me. This question that's going to come back to me is, Jacoby Lane caught a pass that you got down to the 1 yard line. You took him out and put in a running back. Do you think he should have stayed at tailback?
Gosh, I'm trying to remember which one you're talking about. Are you talking about the one that Brian scored on?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think he scored, didn't he? So, Jacoby's a good weapon down there, but Brian did a great job running down there for us today, too.
So you don't see where I'm coming from, Coach, as things being equal?
I see exactly where you're coming from.
Okay. Wide receiver perspective.
That's it, baby. That's it.
All right, Coach. Great job.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Coach, when you feel going in, like we all did, that this is going to be a tough, scratch-it-out kind of game, does that affect at any point during the game the way you play call, the way the game unfolds?
For sure it does. Yeah, you're constantly – you're not just calling plays against the defense. You're calling plays to try to win a game. And so these games all manifest themselves different ways, whether you start fast or don't start fast, or whether it's dry or wet, or just how things are going. It's just constantly moving the game. And so, I'm just trying to do what I can to put our guys in position to win, and ultimately it's up to them to go make the plays, and they did it.
I enjoyed a lot your comment that said this was not because we always hear from coaches say, it's just another game. This is not just another game. No. And next week is literally a playoff game for USC.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. It's another big game. This one was too. And they really all have been in this last stretch. And so, we gotta keep up on our climb and keep getting better. And we got some fun momentum as a team right now, and we'll be looking forward to it.
When I saw the team at the end of the game today, though, they were jumping for joy off the sideline, which is something we don't often see at the end of a ball game. They looked truly happy that this game was over and they had won, and they still got it all in front of them.
And the head coach was leading them in the jump.
Yeah, I don't know if we were happy it was over. I think we would have kept playing. I mean, it was just fun. But yeah, I mean, they should be excited about it. They're doing some things here that haven't been done in a little while, and it's important to them to be the group, and it's not the next year to really continue to push this program back to the next level and back where we all believe where it belongs. And so, hell yeah, when you get that done and you win some tough games like this, you should be emotional, and you should enjoy it, and our fans should enjoy it, and that's what it's supposed to feel like.
Ever been to Eugene, Oregon in your life?
A couple years ago. Yeah.
Okay, then. There we go. Let's talk about that next week. Good luck in practice all week long. Get some guys healthy, and we'll see you on the plane and get ready to go for the big one next week.
Sounds good. Fight on.
All right. Thanks to our head coach, Coach Lincoln Riley, for joining us on the Modelo Locker Room Report.
That was the final word from head coach Lincoln Riley, brought to you by Smart & Final.
Smart & Final is a proud sponsor of USC Athletics, and they're ready to help you add some serious flavor to your game day snack spread.
Back down to Jordan quickly. A final word from him and a little update on basketball, of course, too, as a big win last night against Illinois State. The team running around pretty good.
Yeah, everything's looking good there. And just this homecoming weekend, we called it homecoming hysteria. We got 5 different venues going this way. Did you get a water polo score, by the way, Pete?
Yeah, they fell. They lost.
They lost.
Yep.
Okay, so that was the one loss we took. But 2 wins last night and a great comeback win today for football, and then headed down the road here to Crypto, and then top 10 matchup for women's basketball next, and then number 1 women's volleyball in tomorrow. So really cool weekend for everybody, but always the football game is the centerpiece, and it would have been a bummer if they hadn't gotten it done, and it didn't look great for a while, but it really impressed, that this defense that, looked like they couldn't get a stop at all in the first half, puts up a shutout in the second half. So it just goes to show you how much emotion's in this sport, how much your will comes in, and we saw some tremendous will on both sides of the ball.
And you didn't get too wet. Second half was pretty nice.
Well, you know what? Truthfully, I don't think it affected the game much. I mean, It was definitely wet, and all of us on the sideline are wet and soggy and all the rest of it, but honestly, impressed by both quarterbacks. But you watched Jaden Mayava spin the ball all day, and Lemon and Lane made all those catches. Lake McCree made some big plays. So, yeah, I didn't feel like in the end the weather determined much of the game, despite the fact that it was wet and the field was pretty waterlogged.
Jordan, people have been telling me I'm wet and soggy for a long time. Thanks, man. We'll see you next time.
Later.
All right, let me run through the stats real quick. I won't belabor any of them. Rushing yards, 183, 106. Iowa at 5.5 per, and SC had 3.4. Passing yards, 254, 137 SC. They got 254 yards against a pass defense. It was only given up, $130. That's pretty good. Total offense, SC ran 63 plays to Iowa's 53, 360 yards to 320, and each team about 6 yards per play. Here's a big stat. Iowa was number 1 in the country in the fewest penalty yards, everything else. They had 70 yards in penalties, and they cost them. Turnovers, 1-0 Iowa. Third and fourth downs were about even for both teams. King Miller had 83 on the ground. Jaden was 23 of 32 for 254. 1 touchdown, sacked a couple of times. Mackay caught 10 for 153 and 1. He's got to be the Biletnikoff favorite right now. Jacoby Lane, 7 for 65. Ryan Sayeri made a couple more field goals. Christian Pierce led the team with Desmond Stevens with 7 tackles. Trojans did not get to Gronoski ever and never had a tackle for loss. No sacks, no tackles for loss. That's very interesting, and still end up winning the ball game. So, round the table we go. We'll start with JJ. Things looked pretty bleak when we were talking at halftime, and not great. And then, all of a sudden, they woke up and played good ball the second half.
We talked about it a little bit at halftime, Pete, that this team was going to have to go in the locker room and really do an about-face. And I think that what they found, I didn't ask the coach this, but there were a couple nasty words said at halftime. And I don't know where it came from, the coaches, the players, the captains, but whatever it was effective, and they came out and just were a different team in the second half.
So you always talk with me at halftime about adjustments that need to be made. Let's talk about adjustments that need to be made going into the first half at Oregon next week. What do they need to do to wake up coming out of the locker room to start the game?
Well, you got to pick up from where you left off here. They got to come out on fire at Oregon because you've been there several times. I've been there.
Not a pretty
place. It is loud. It is noisy.
It's a beautiful town.
It's a beautiful town.
That's all.
It's going to be wet, like it always is. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they go into rain that's worse than it was here today. But I do think that they have to come out and start the game on fire. That'll be the key to the game because if you don't get off to a good start in Oregon, it feels like you're in a war with everybody. Everybody and everything is against you.
The halftime chatter was a lot about what was going wrong, but about where SC was going to go bowling. Of course, the college football playoff is still there, and if they beat Oregon or UCLA, they'll probably get in as the third seed out of the Big Ten. And be an 8, a 9, a 7, a 10, somewhere in there. And the chatter was, if they don't come back against Iowa and lose to Oregon, they're going to go to San Diego play in the Holiday Bowl against somebody. And if they do, they won today. So my supposition here is what everybody's has been most of the year. If they lose the next game, and they're going to be a dog at Eugene, if they lose the next game, they probably end up in San Antonio and play the Alamo Bowl if they beat UCLA. So, here we go, Shaun. We're going to Autzen Stadium. We're going to play a team in a stadium that's hostile. It's a game that the Trojans almost have to play a perfect game. Oregon's really, really good on both sides of the ball, and the Trojans are almost going to have to play a perfect game and hope that Oregon doesn't.
Yeah, well, we get kind of the benefit of seeing maybe, Oregon versus Iowa. We just played them. We just played Iowa. We'll get to play Oregon next. So kind of that 3-team cycle of teams. So you get the benefit of watching that a little bit. I'm sure Lincoln Riley will be studying that film. Oregon's a good team. And juxtaposed with today where the Trojans used, I think, the crowd, the energy, the plays in the second half to kind of the momentum get going. You won't have that in Eugene. You won't have that benefit of getting behind and trying to get the crowd with you and the energy going. So that's going to be something that the Trojans can't do in this game coming up. They can't get down by a bunch of points and hope for that big comeback. I think they got to try to keep this one in a puncher's distance to staying close to try to get this one because it's going to be a tough one. Oregon's a tough team. They play a brand of football that's physical, and they're going to get you in their environment. It's going to be cranking. So the Trojans got to be firing on all cylinders, offensively and defensively, to try to get.
Don't let them get away.
That's a great point, Shaun, because USC will have able to watch the film against Oregon and be able to match up how their players did against Iowa
in a recent game.
And try to create some mismatches against Oregon.
Nobody's got any secrets this time of year.
No.
I mean, unless you're working on some plays that you haven't tried yet, stuff you haven't tried yet. But otherwise, both teams have seen everything you got.
And Oregon's a little bit different team with the injuries they've had. Maybe they got guys back today. I get a chance to watch their game, but they
beat Minnesota pretty badly.
They're down a bunch of wide receivers, and they really had to get their run game going against Iowa. And I'm sure they're watching us thinking we got to stop 8-6, right? So I'm sure they're going to have a game plan. We'll have a game plan going on, and to see kind of where the dice lay.
D'Anton Lynn can load the box.
Dante Moore threw for like 400 last night. And our problem is Bishop Montgomery and Kamari Ramsey. If they're hurt, they can't play in that game. We've got a serious issue in the back end of the defense.
Yeah, and I think we got to count on that front to get home and create some more havoc back there.
Well, they didn't do that today. I mean, they didn't even hurry the Iowa quarterback.
Well, Iowa has a good offensive line. They're pretty stout up front. They might win, all the awards for being the best top offensive line. So, but they did get back there once. I was offsetting penalties with Anthony Lucas at the cause fumble.
Forced the fumble. That's right.
That one pulled back. But got to do a good job when you're down a little bit in the back end. You got to count on that front end to get home.
Interesting day, boys. Well, thank you for your work. We'll see you next week. JJ will talk to you from the studio when we're up in Eugene. Our next broadcast coming up next Saturday. That is the 22nd of November. The Trojans will be in Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon, to take on the Oregon Ducks, highly ranked, and heading for the college football playoffs, unless the Trojans have something to say about that. Kickoff time has not been determined yet. We'll find that out probably tomorrow. Regardless of what that is, our broadcast will begin 2 hours ahead of time with the Trojan Tailgate Show live from the press box, and then 30 minutes before the kickoff, it'll be Countdown to Kickoff on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. Stay tuned now for the USC Trojan Wrap-Up Show. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens will talk Trojan football and take your calls. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776 on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. Our thanks to our in-studio board operator, Kasim Diakate. Highlights provided by Jose De La Roca. Our spotter and statistician, Bert Awada, producer and engineer, Rick Cutler, producer-director, Gia Lares, and the executive producer of USC Football is Matt Wells. Now for Shaun, Cody, Jordan Moore, and John Jackson. This is Pete Arbogast, the voice of the Trojans, reminding you again the final score here at the Coliseum in Los Angeles on Homecoming Saturday. USC comes from behind and wins it. The Trojans 26 and the Iowa Hawkeyes 21. Fight on, everybody.
You've been listening to the Modelo Locker Room Report, brought to you by
Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC Football.
I Trust Capital, the official crypto platform of the USC Trojans. And by Salaya Tequila,
proud partner